Welcome to the Mix of Thicker Pals. I am Dr. A, your host, and I am your crystal rock goddess. Welcome to the Mix of Thicker Pals. I am Dr. A, your host, and I am your crystal rock goddess. The rock goddess, and we're in the place to be. Make sure you come on inside the crystal palace, take your shoes off, leave them by the door, stop at the crystal bar, grab your crystals and grab your libations, because over here we honor our ancestors. 5 ways to become a crystal. All you have to do is like, share, and subscribe. 2, all you have to do is type, and we call that what? The boom boom room. The 3rd way to become a crystal, all you have to do is listen, and we call the parlor room. The 4th way to become a crystal, all you have to do is after the show, don't leave your play around me. True player for real. Ask me, you know what I mean. All you got to do is outhouse gang up in this thing. And that's what we call our after show, okay? Now, 5th way to become a crystal, all you have to do is to make sure you join our membership. Hey, y'all. Welcome to the Mick Figure Palace. I'm back on this thing. So I threw my little thing because y'all was acting all foreign and stuff. Because I put the thing on thing. I'm going to do, I apologize. I'm talking crazy. I'm sorry, y'all. I was working out. Let me take a second of a break for a few seconds, and then I'll start back working. I got to get y'all in here first, and I start talking to y'all. So anyway, I have been really busy, y'all. Again, customers tomorrow. I know tomorrow I'm more than likely not gonna be live because I'm gonna have to do my business, and I gotta work my gig tomorrow as well. I don't know what time I gotta be there, but I guess I get there when I get there, right? How you doing, Miss Jones? Welcome to McFigure Palace. So kind of where we are here, we're gonna talk about my Jazzy life today. I'm not gonna be on this live every day. I had to hurry up and go live because I said I'm gonna go live today, but I knew I was gonna be tired. I knew once I get done with this exercise, and I gotta still fold up a load of clothes. Um, but I had to hurry up come live before I get really tired. I'm already tired, but I'm feeling myself going to get even more tired. But I want to go ahead and talk to y'all while I'm exercising. So anyway, greetings everybody. Hi, Miss Jones. Welcome to the McFiggy Palace. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. Yeah, I finally got my nails done. Child, I was so tired. I was in that chair as I was getting my nails done. I started dozing off when he was doing my polishing my toes. Man, I was falling asleep as he was massaging. I still was asleep. He was grinding, trying to get all that what do you call that? The skin, the hangnails or whatever. Pulling out that those nails. You know what I'm talking about? The extra skin. He was trying to get all that out. Man, I was so tired. I didn't even know he did that. Um, so man, I was so tired. I didn't even feel it. You hear me? And then by the time I got my nails done, my eyebrows did. Man, I was so tired. So anyway, I'm coming live with you all. I'm not gonna give you the tired energy. Hopefully, how you doing, Lexi? You eating tacos late night? LOL. You know that's my favorite. I didn't get my tacos that day, y'all. They didn't even have tacos. I wound up having to get I got like this vegan burger, this one of these vegan burgers and whatever. It was like made differently. Um, it was like they smashed it. It was pretty decent, but it just wasn't worth what they was charging. They like their taxes was like seven. I swear it was like 10. It was like 17, $10, something crazy. I was like, who in the fuck gonna be paying $10 for these damn tax? I know me and my son enjoyed the meal, but we just decided we would never eat there again. Now, if you were to ask me, now I've been to it's an expensive restaurant. That's one of my favorite restaurants. I tell you all the time that I go to every so often. Y'all know when we get a really good taste. I could have had that delivered. I didn't even think about that, but when you get a taste for that, I'll get that every so often. My husband will go out to dinner, go out to eat or whatever. He'll take his wife out on a date. We'll go there. They have like ambiance, they have romantic music, the lights will be dimmed and everything. And I'm telling y'all, they have vegan options. I'm telling you, that's one of my favorite places to go in Louisville, Kentucky. Okay. And like when we get to eating that, I'm telling you, I'm just a happy camper. But I don't mind, leaving out of there. You easily could spend a good, I ain't gonna lie, 200 to 300. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm just gonna be honest, but that's worth it because not only the meal is good, you're not just, you getting the ambiance, you getting the good food. You know what I mean? This other place, man, they did not have. They just gave you a vegan burger and some fries, okay? And I'm telling you, we spent like about $60 for just me and my son to have a vegan burgers and two vegan burgers and some fries. Now you tell me, now that's just not worth it, you know. But anyway, y'all, this fan is blowing directly up my mouth. I need to get some water. I'm parched. Cedric, if my husband's down here, I'd be like, Cedric, go get me some water. I'm parched. Cedric, get these heathens. Blasphemy. Let me go in here and get my stuff. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get my water. Because this ain't working. Hold on. Let me find my water. Okay. Give me a chance. I don't know why I'm coming live here. Hold on. Get my little water. I'm gonna start back my exercise. I think I'm at 50. I'm at 50. I gotta do 50 more crunches, okay? Alright, let me get my little water. Okay, hold on, y'all. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, that was well deserved. Okay. Now, now I'm rolling. Okay, so y'all, I'm gonna get started in a second. Y'all, I did this sisterhood call. I just want to share some things with y'all. I did this sisterhood call today. And we went on there. It was pretty interesting. The sisters was all positive and stuff, and I came on there. You know me. Y'all know I'm a tree hugger, but just as I'm a tree hugger, I will set fire to that son of a bitch. You know what I mean? So they was all positive, and they was just like, "Oh, sisters, blah blah blah." I was like, "Boy, y'all so positive on here." you know, it was beautiful. That's not putting it down. It was beautiful. It definitely made me. It definitely gave me some good energy on the terms of, because I am going to start a sister circle here locally. I've been was gonna do that, uh, but I have to do it a different type of way. So I'm just trying to pan it out. It's gonna be free. I don't know. I think it's gonna be free. But I'm gonna ask for some donations though, because we are sitting in my space, and I am gonna be serving like some fruit and stuff like that. Um, I'm gonna do it once a month, so I'm gonna do that. And if y'all would be interested in doing something like that, maybe I can do that in the. We can do that once a month. We could do like a sisterhoods circle here on this channel, but it would be done on members only. So if that would be something y'all be interested in, let me know. Okay, let's go ahead and start my jazzy life, girl. I had to take a break, honey. I had to take a break from her stupidity because Jasmine is really, is really whack. That she will come up here and talk about three damn different deposits. I'm still on that. I have not gotten over that. Okay, now she's talking about why I lie. Okay, so we're gonna look at this why I lie stuff. Okay, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm making the same amount of money and not even coming up here every day. Dig that. Dig that. I said, well, I'm on to something here because I was going hard in the paint, honey. All right, y'all. Let's see. All right, let me pause him. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna pull this up here. Give me a second. Shout out to all the my favorite girls, Mimi, Passion, I'm hungry, pineapples. Who else? Oh, KP, um, Suma, West Coast Suma, Tea Time. Shout out to all the uh what's my other social intellect, and real straight facts flow. Shout out to all of those sisters. TMR, as well as love lies and lace fronts. Did I say pineapples? Yeah. So pretty much shout out to everybody. Um, hopefully everybody's having a wonderful day today. Shout out to everybody in the Boom Boom Room, in the Outhouse gang, um, wherever you choose to be at. Greetings, greetings. Shout out to you. Let's continue on. Okay. If I miss anybody, I apologize. I don't mean no harm. I just, I'm tired, okay? So I can't remember everybody right now. I'm struggling. Girl, I can't remember my name half of the time. Y'all want me to remember? Listen, I done had 3 names in my life. Y'all want me to remember everybody else's name? I can't even remember my own damn name. No, I'm for real, but playing, okay? All right, let's go, y'all. Here she go. Girl, I got my nails and toes done and my eyebrows, honey. You can't tell me nothing. I'm gonna get up here. I'm gonna be like, "Ooh, I'm so cute." Cause girls, I'm so cool. No, I'm just playing. When Jasmine got her tattoos out, baby. Jasmine got them tatties out. She got the girls out, girl. Ooh, 1, 2. Look at her. 3, 4, 5. Okay, let me put her on play. Let's put her on play because I'm gonna be counting in between. I'm doing that. If y'all want to do the exercise with me, I'll tell y'all what I'm doing and I'll tell y'all how much. So what I'm getting ready to do right now, I did 3. Uh, I'm doing the arm lifts, okay? I'm doing the arm lifts. I'm sitting down and doing them though. I'm sitting Indian style. What they say Indian style is. I'm doing it with my legs folded because as soon as I get done with 15, I gotta do 30 of these, and then I gotta do 50 more crunches. I did 50 already. So today is my 100 day. Y'all know what time it is. Today is my 100 crunches today. Okay. So I done built myself up all week to get to 100. Yesterday I did 60. Okay. So today I'm doing what? 100. Okay. So we're gonna get our workout on, ladies, if you can. Now, hopefully, some of y'all, yeah, well, I know our Alexi eating some tacos. I know you don't do no exercise right now because you're gonna throw up, girl, after eating them tacos. But if you can, at some point today, since you eat late, you might want to do maybe a little exercise, just a little bit now. That's a little bit, okay? But anybody, for those that can exercise with me, right now I'm doing arm I got the weights in my hand. I forgot to tell you that. So I'm gonna tell you whatever exercise I'm doing. Arms with the I'm doing the arms with the weights. I'm doing it for arms lifts, and I'm doing it I'm doing 30. Okay, just simple, real simple. I do it 7 days a week. Do keep that in mind. And then I'm gonna do the 50 crunches when I get done, and I'll let you know. Okay, let's go.
God, my kids be taking all my goddamn gum. I need to clean out this. Like, holy shit. I have a whole pull up in here. And Legend used to go to the YMCA. Here go my lip gloss I was looking for. There's barely anything. It's bagging out. Just keep those napkins because you never know. Hey, y'all.
Okay, so I did my 30. Now I'm gonna start on my crunches. We waiting on this heifer to talk. She just now talking. Well, this is actually an improvement for her because usually she'll make you wait 30 minutes for her to even talk. So, okay, we're gonna listen to her. I did my 30 arm lifts. How you doing, Ocean? Welcome to the McFlicky Palace. Okay, I'm so glad that y'all blessed me with y'all presence. How you doing, Melly? Thank you so much for coming in. My girls, my regulars. Melly been rocking with me for so long, for a long time now. Here, right, Melly? Oceans, you too. Boy, y'all some. You know what? One thing I can say about my crystals over here, what I love about y'all is that y'all know how to think out the box. Y'all know how to disagreeable, and not have beef. I love that about y'all. The second thing I love about the crystals over here, the second thing I appreciate is that all of y'all are beautiful women. Thank you. Inside and out. Thank you so much. Let's continue, y'all. Did I say Mimi? I said Mimi was my first person. Okay, I want to make sure I said, hey, Mimi, hey, girl, show some love. I showed you some love now. Hey. Okay, now let's continue, y'all. All right.
No more trash. I've been doing better to keep my car clean.
And
But
eating in a car, I don't think eating in a car is ever a good thing if you're on a weight loss journey or if you're on a lifestyle journey. Now, the one thing that I don't mind people eating in the car, the best thing you could do is like a Super Bowl, right? What is a Super Bowl, you ask? I would do like a fruit. I would do fruits and like raw vegetables. If you're gonna eat anything in the car, those are the best foods to eat. Unless you're going out of town. If you're riding out of town, that might be a little differently. But if you just sitting around in your dang on car waiting on something or somebody, or you waiting on your dealer, I'm sorry. Okay, that was really snarky. Well, listen, we're gonna have shows where I'm snarky. I know I was gonna do the 48 Laws Pop. Y'all, I'm lazy. I'm gonna try to incorporate that. It's just hard. It's just hard right now. When you exercise, it's not have to do that in the daytime or something. We gotta figure it out. Anyway, so, I think the best foods to eat if you're gonna sit in your car, unless if you're riding out of town, of course, quite naturally, you're gonna stop and get something to eat, or you're gonna have something in your vehicle that you may have cooked from home, and maybe you're gonna put it in to keep it warm, cool, or cold, or whatever the case is. But that's understandable. But if you are in your car just waiting on your children, I just don't advise you. If you're on a weight journey, if you're on a lifestyle, Jasmine keeps talking about weight loss. See, it's not just about weight loss. It's about you going on a natural journey. What does that mean exactly? This means a natural lifestyle. This is not just about losing weight. This is about being healthy, right, y'all? This is about more so. Look at me. These people these sisters on the call that war for me. This is about a healthy. This is me for real though. But this is about me. This is about you having a healthier lifestyle. You're going into a healthier lifestyle, not just being a lame-o and sitting around like Tubby the Tuba fish, Tubby the Tuba, sitting around living a fat style lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? If you no longer want to be fat, yeah, and we just gotta call it what it is. Listen, I know that we're in the cancel area. I know everybody want to get everybody. You say anything, people can cancel you right away. That's not gonna happen over on this channel. Okay. I'm just gonna call it what it is. This is not body shaming. This is just keeping it real. We have to call it out. Hell, I was fat. Okay. Now I'm losing weight. I'm no longer fat. I'm still not at an ideal weight for myself. I'm not talking about society weight. I'm talking about an ideal weight for Dr. A. But what I'm saying is we just gotta call it real. Overweight, chunky, fat ass. Okay, that's what you can be. Okay. And you gotta look at yourself in the mirror. That's the only way you're gonna be able to do something with it. You can't do the body positivity. You can look in the mirror and say, you know what, I love myself, and I love myself enough to lose this fat ass weight off my big ass. That's what you need to say to yourself. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I know that's harsh and mean, but hey, this is 2005. We have to stop lying to ourselves. We're not gonna be able to manifest and live real. Okay. That's what I did. I looked at my little chunky ass in the mirror. I said, "You fat as fuck. You get ready, you get your fat ass on that diet." Hell, my father told me I was fat. Do you think I thought my daddy was trying to hurt my feelings? No, my dad's trying to tell me the truth. You fat, okay? He didn't say I was fat. He said you getting too big now. That's what he said. You know why he can say that? Because that's my father and he loved me and he want the best for me. He want me to be around. I ain't got time to be carrying on no fat ass heart. Hello. Anyway, that's what she needs to do. And eating in the car is not helpful, is what I'm trying to tell you. Eating in the car is not going to work out. And she can show all the tetes she wants to show, but it's not going to bring the boys. It's not going to bring the boys to the yard because your life is better than yours. Yes, Dr. A, here for a while, right? LOL, love you, and the ladies here. Thank you so much, Millie. Okay. All right. Thank you, Dr. A. Beautiful lady yourself. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. Let's continue. Can we continue? Let's go.
hey y'all, I would have came live yesterday, but I was so tired. I ended up door dashing because, like I said, I'm not gonna just sit at home and just not do something. So I ended up door dashing for a bit. I made $140, I think, and then of course I had to put 20. I put 20 cards so I could door dash again. So yeah, and I appreciate everyone that did help me out. So yeah.
Okay, so Jasmine. Okay, again, this is not to put anybody down for door dashing. I do know people. Well, recently, people have two people have texted me and said, "Hey, Doctor A," and I asked them if it's okay if I'm gonna say their names, but I asked them if it's okay if I say that two people came to me and said this. Two people came to me and said, "Hey, Doctor A, uh, I made a lot. I made some good. I made good money door dashing. Okay, cool." And I asked them a couple of questions, and they were like, "Yeah, you can make some really good money door dashing if you know what you're doing." They both of them. Well, one of them door. That's all she does is DoorDash. The other person door dashes part time and works a corporate job, and she does it for extra money um to be able to do you know because she's a single mom and she does it to do extra things and activities for her children. So if her children have football, basketball, whatever, she'll take that money that she get with DoorDash to pay for like all of their uniforms and all of their stuff, and then she's able to also take her children with her, and that's another way she can do quality time. If she want to go bowling or take her children bowling or whatever activity she want to do, she's able to do that, and then she can get them extra clothes, not just during seasonal times. So I respect that, right? So these ladies basically let me know, like, Dr. A, it's a way that you can make money, but you have to do it right. They did, however, say that the way Jasmine does it is not going to be beneficial because she moves too slow, right? Um, and we have watched her on here. So her on the terms of trying to get fit for $140, that's not bad. I'm not saying, again, I've the last time I got on here, we talked about it. Door dashing is, again, it's not a bad thing. The issue with door or while I'm sitting here, I could be doing this. The issue with door dashing is for her is that she does need to get a regular job. She can get like a nice little part time job while she's doing while she is taking care of while the children are at school. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense for her to not do that. But it just goes along with the fact that Jasmine has a tend to have a lifestyle because she's used to being with a pimp, so to speak, or the street life, I would say, because she's used to the street life energy, that she does really quick hustles. And again, it's not to put anybody down for DoorDash. I've DoorDash for a week before. So I understand. I get it. It's not that. It's just, even with the part-time job, I'm a floater in my part-time job. So I go in, I'm a contractor. I go in where I see fit. If they'll call me and say, "Well, hey, can you come in here and do blah blah?" I'm like, "Sure." And then times where I might not be able to come in because my business, I might have like a few clients or something's happening where I can't go, right? But it's cool. It's not a big deal. It's not, you know what I mean? So again, Jasmine has to understand that she's a capable, able-bodied citizen, a human being that can get her a part-time job. So even if she's getting SSI, allegedly, as people have said on the YouTube streets, if she's receiving SSI, all you have to do is you can still work receiving SSI, but they require, excuse me, you have to work part-time. You have to make a certain amount of hours, a certain amount of money, and you will be able, and they will work with you on that. You get a caseworker, and your caseworker will be like, "Okay, so you have to work from this time to that time." They encourage that because of the fact that if she is on the SSI, because that money is not enough to sustain herself, because she does have to pay her bills, she does have income, she does, her bills overweigh how much she's receiving or get allegedly or getting. So it would make sense for her to get a part-time job and to do a little DoorDash, because at the end of the day you still have to pay taxes on. So if she worried about the taxes aspect, you still have to make a certain amount of you still have to claim the DoorDash as your taxes. So I'm just lost at her saying, well, I'm gonna get a job, I'm gonna get a job, but yet we have not seen that. And she's like, oh, I put in for jobs, I put in for jobs. Like, I don't believe that. I know she didn't put in for jobs, because we just went over last time we were live. We just went over the fact that all the jobs that we're hiring that easily Jasmine could definitely get. All she has to do is put her resume in Chat GPT and just have them to correct her resume and big it up. It's not really hard. You could do your resume yourself. You don't even need Chat GPT, but I'm saying somebody like her. Um, but I do resumes. I'm not talking about Chat GPT. I'm talking about I really do them. And it's not really difficult to really spruce it up to make it halfway decent that somebody will call you back. All you have to do is get your foot in the door and just sell yourself with the interview. You know what I mean? And all she got to do is don't mention, keywords, and then she can watch videos on what not to say. So, keyword about a job or going to interview, Jasmine, is one thing you want to say is we don't want to hear, the job doesn't want to hear about you doing YouTube. Please don't mention YouTube, because you have not the best reputation on YouTube, so don't even bring that up. Number two, they're going to ask you about why you have a gap in your employment. What you do is you just tell them that you have been a stay-at-home mom for quite some time, and now you want to get back. You want to do your entry level back into a career. You're at the level in your point in your life where you would like to get a career. That's the absence of your job. But see, unfortunately, your name is tainted, because if you tap in Jasmine Dukes, um, YouTube is gonna pop up, and so you did that to yourself. You the one that got out here and made a complete asshole out of yourself, because the first thing that jobs do now, unfortunately, is go on to your social media. Okay. And that's why I don't put my social media on a job. They'll be like, well, where are your social media handles? I don't ever put my social media on a job. That ain't none of their damn business about my social media.
My bad. I was reading my messages. No, I'm still short, but it's fine. I'm just gonna. I started door dashing today early this morning, so I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Yes, double tap the screen. Do what I got to do because I want to do her. I want her to look a certain way. That's why I said I'll do it. It depends on how hard you work. Today they have peak hour today. They had a peak hour yesterday. And that's why I didn't come back on, because I was out during peak hour. Today's peak hour is I think $1 extra. But I think I'm
Well, the thing is, Jasmine, if you know that you are still short on the money, then you have to do what you have to do. It's things that you could really do besides that. We told you a long time ago to get your business in order. We told you to go ahead and advertise your business, treat YouTube like your business. You come up here and just vent and talk about the shit that nobody gives a damn about. No, this is a fucking business, right? And if a part of your business is to share your life, or get my part of my business here on this channel is to give you all examples, is to give you examples, to talk about these mommies by giving you an examples, and to go outside the box and talk about different things, because I'm going to be introducing you to different things that we should be talking about, that's going to make sense, that's going to help us to grow, that's going to help us to get paid, that's going to help us to be better human beings. Because again, we talking about these young ladies and people that's not doing anything, that's not going to help our culture of no sort, that's not going to help this generation. Um so you know and we talking against these women on not on letting society know of other cultures outside of the United States that all black women are not like this, we're not like this is not what we represent. And hopefully people will understand and learn that people actually can have income just not just social media, but they can have a life outside of YouTube. They can make some decent money. They can be a productive citizen. They can be a productive person that, is a great influence with their children. Even though children gonna do what they want to do in life now, just as long as you understand that you could be the best mother, your children could still turn out fucked up. But that's a whole nother conversation. But the point is, you still gave them an example, and if they chose to live the wrong way, that's on them. Okay, unfortunately. However, um, we're here to talk about those kind of things, and we're here to tell people, hey, Jasmine, this is not the way you should live. This is not okay. And so again, Jasmine has to look into herself and understand the the bare minimum is not productive in this day and time. Like, they get ready to start cutting a lot of programs off, and so there's not going to be anywhere for you to turn other than working. And then they're trying to turn a lot of places into robot hands. You know what I mean? They trying to work these robots, but these robots is passing out saying that they can't even do it. The robots is like, hell with this. These robots are cursing people out. I mean, they like, we not doing all this bullshit. What the fuck you want? And so Jasmine has to like really understand that, and no, like, nobody's gonna keep handing you things on a silver platter. This time out for that shit. Everybody is trying to take care of themselves. People, a lot of programs are being cut out. So what that means is you're gonna have to get off your hump. You're gonna have to get you a 9 to 5 like everybody else, or you're gonna have to get your business in order. Even if you have to get your part time. I mean, I know if I want extras, if I want certain things, or if I want to put monies into this and I want to save more money, I know that I have to have another income. I believe in having 10 incomes, 10 different ways to make money, 10 different, not including how many products. Like, I got a whole nail kit, y'all. I got a whole nail kit that you can do your own damn manicure at your house. I got that all set up for just $25.99. I got a $30, a $9.99, a $29.99 one, and I got a smaller one than that I'm gonna put together tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? It's different things of healing and different things that I have that help people. If they don't want to get crystals, well, damn it, I got nail stuff. Damn it, if they want to get their eyelashes extended, hell, I got that too. If they want to get some lotion on their body, I got that. If they want to get some butters, I make that too. I got all that stuff. Whatever they need, I'm a one-stop drop shop. And that's something. You want candles? What you want, girl? What you want, baby? And I'm just saying, Jasmine has to get to the point in her life where she has to grow up and stop being immature, that you have to constantly ask people for money. It's one thing, we all need help sometimes, either we all need help sometimes, or we might need somebody to help, or we might need to help somebody. And that's okay. It's okay to help, ask somebody for help sometimes, but they are making this a habit. This is like a living for them. They're all asking for stuff, handouts, not hand up. It's like, like, why don't you talk to these women and say, hey, can you give me a job? These are questions that you should be asking. You have enough people, supporters, and I know you got some entrepreneurs on there. Can you say, well, hey, whatever girl name might be, can you say, hey, well, do you mind giving me a job? Can you give me a job? Can you give me a way to so I can earn money besides what I do? So, if you're gonna do that, and then it's like, how come you and your mama don't start something? Your mama, your baby, your mama and your mama's man he's a DJ. Okay, so it's things that you can do, Jasmine. you know you have the entrepreneur experience. You have the not experience, you have the your mother is entrepreneur. Well, your mama's boyfriend is an entrepreneur. Why don't you talk to him about different ways that you can become an entrepreneur? You can take some entrepreneur classes while you want to teach people how to freaking edit. you know it's stuff like that. But anyway, let me get off my horseshoe. Come on, let's go.
I'm gonna go to like Pflugerville because there's a $2 peak hour after I pick Legend up from school. So if your order is $8, you get one order that's $8, added $2 extra, so that's $10. And then 9 times out of 10 they tip too, so you pretty good. You gotta move. I be moving. Y'all up in this bitch this morning. Hey, like I'm not sitting here. If no one, I'm not sitting here saying that no one can help. I do appreciate. My Cash App is, I don't even know. Love the Lord. Can you pin it? Can you post it? 'Cause I can't even remember the name of it. But yeah, I'm still hustling,
You
y'all.
don't want it. If your mom's got to remember your name and your cash app, then you don't want it. That is so weird. Okay, I got I got to do 20 more crunches, y'all. Oh, I did 80. I got to do 20 more. Woo.
Thank you. Good morning. I don't know who that is.
Also when I was talking to y'all a second ago, I was sounding out of breath because I was doing my breast lift ups. I forgot what they call them, but anyway, girl, I'm just trying not to have saggy breasts. Okay, so I did 30. I did 15 sets of those, three of them. So basically, I did uh, shoot, I did more than 30, didn't I? No, I did 30. No, I did 30 of those. I did 30 of those. Okay, all right, let's go.
I know, Jeff. I don't know who the person is in the comments. So you earn $2 to delivery plus tips. Not all the time though. It's just you have to pay attention to their promotions. And mostly promotions are on the weekend. Majority of them, like in my areas on the weekend. Sometimes other areas, it's hard for me to go to Austin downtown, especially when I have Legend. Like it's really hard because I be running.
Okay, so that's what we're saying. So that's where we talk about you don't really have help with legendary. So cut the cap on that, as my son would say. Cap. That's cap. You cut the cap on that. You know, this his father is not helping him. It's not helping you or him. So what you're gonna have to do is find some type of a daycare, and that's what makes sense. That's what don't make really a good sense to me, right? Because you don't have it's because you don't really have help as far as that boy is concerned. Secondly, you need to probably find something that's not going to put so much mileage on your car. Um, because of the ladies I talked to, they have two cars. Both of them have two cars. So they have one car that is not that's is what it is type of car. And the other one says she has two cars, so the other car she don't mind putting mileage on it. So if that goes out, she still has another car. You understand what I'm saying? The other lady say, well, she got a hoopty. She go in her hoopty. She door dashes in her hoopty. She says, she keeps a good, she keeps the oil change and she does everything she's supposed to do in it. But you one of the ones that don't really take care of your vehicles, Jasmine. We have seen that over the years. Now, what I am gonna say is that your vehicles have lasted a while since we've been on this channel, but you don't really take good. You don't go get your car fixed until it totally breaks down. And you just drive instead of watching what you do. I would advise you, and this is just my humble opinion, is that you need to find you a job, work from home. And whereas you need to get your children in an area where you know that you can get them back and forth. So putting legendary in an area where you can get back and forth so you can work your job. So when you get home, instead of laying your big behind back down and going taking your big behind us back to bed, you need to be clocking into somebody's clock. So I don't know what time legendary get out of school. What, 12 o'clock? Probably one. That's long enough. So if you dropping him off at what, 7 o'clock or 8, something like that, so by 9, so maybe you need to get a 2-hour job or something like that. I don't know what to tell you. You got to get you a part-time job. Maybe you need to put him in daycare. Maybe you can find an old lady or a college student to babysit that child, and you pay them a certain amount of money, because it's just not doing. You got to figure something out. YouTube is not paying all of your bills, obviously. And even if you work consistently, Jasmine, you really do work YouTube consistently, and so you just still not making as much for you to be on here consistently. You should have weight. You should be able to pay all your bills. But seeing that you can't, then you got to figure something out. Hey, your granddaughter will let you know, right, if the quickness when you are getting too heavy. LOL. Exactly, girl. Them children will tell you in a minute, honey. She isn't alive exactly, but But would you tell me I need to cut it out exactly right now if she was LOL? DoorDash isn't enough consistent exactly. Okay. She has 5 kids, right? They have needs exactly. My mom would have let me know also. She was better. She would say, "You better watch it." LOL. RIP mom. Yeah, RIP to your mom. Okay. Jazz just traveling all over the city trying to DoorDash when she could be working right somewhere. Right while the kids are in school. Well, what time does Legendary get out? What time? Let's go.
because there's no parking. I keep running.
Riddle me that, Jasmine. What time does Legendary get out? Fuck all this shit you talking about. What time does Legendary get out of school, get out of class, where you have to where you just DoorDash for about an hour? Jasmine, I know you're not DoorDashing. As soon as you dropping him off, you laying your big ass down. I know that. Or you sometimes every now and then you'll go to the gym. Shit. Let's go.
Literally. Up here looking like $5 dukes. Thank you. You can donate $5. There's 163 people in here. If y'all could donate $5, you can. Thank you. Hey, Guyanese, good morning. Am I living in my car? No. Like the thing about me, y'all, if I need help, I'm gonna tell y'all I need help, right? I'm not gonna pop off and be like, oh, I'm
Woo! That was 20. I'm done with that. Oh Lord. Okay, yeah, I'm done. Anyway, Jasmine. So you gonna tell people to donate? This is okay. So when I was in an organization, when we were trying to raise funds for something or another, we'll tell everybody in the room. Like if it was 100 people in the room, donate $5 per person or donate $1 per person, right? That's cool if it's for something legitimate. Even if you're in a church, if you going, I do agree. If you going into a church or you going to listen to somebody speak, I do believe that you should donate something. I do. I think, $1, whatever's in your heart, 25 cents, 50 cents. I mean, that some change adds up. Right? I'm okay with that. I believe that people should donate to stuff. But goddamn, I just don't want people asking me for money every time I come in today. I don't want people beg. I don't want people panhandling. Like we already know that people are going to donate. If you pay, if you're a church in the church and you pass the collection plate around, I think you should give something to the church. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just think that when it becomes, I don't want nobody telling me how much I owe. I just don't, unless I'm getting a service. I don't want, if I'm going coming to a church, I don't want somebody telling me that I have to pay my 10%. I'm like, what? I don't know. I don't know. Wait a minute. Let me think about that. I take that back. I think when it becomes, if they know, I think especially with big churches, I think if you're a large church, I think that you should really be doing some stuff in the community. I think I'm okay with donating to a church if you about your business. What do I mean about your business? Like you're doing stuff in the community. Like I like the churches that own apartment buildings. They'll let their membership stay in there for a certain, not as expensive like in regular building. If you're a member of the church, then you should be able to pay a certain percentage. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm not saying half the rent. I'm not saying that, but it's cheaper than where you would go and keeping the property clean and straight and taken care of, right? And I think that they should also do community outreach programs out of there because it's a nonprofit, so you can actually pay the people that are there. You can actually pay your staff. So I think you should really be doing outsourced community work. I do believe in that. Um, I don't mind paying and contributing and donating things to people. I don't. It just depends on if I have it. If I don't have it, then I can't do it. You know what I mean? I gotta build my savings up before I do any donations. But that's just me. Um, but I donate in other ways, right? I might give out covers. I give clothes to homeless for women. For women, I have a lot of clothes, and I just gave a whole bunch of clothes away to. I didn't go to a women's shelter. I went to directly to the homeless and gave some clothes away to the recently, like as a matter of, I think like about 2 weeks ago, I did that. Last month, I gave a little boy some clothes that my son was done wearing. So I do a lot of things. I didn't want to give them the tennis shoes. They was like, go ahead, give me the tennis shoes. I was like, for real? They was like, yeah. I felt the ways about giving them the tennis shoes because he wore them out. They was like, give it to me anyway. I was like, okay. So it's ways that you can do things to donate to other people. I just think that she asks too much. She's not providing the type of content in order to be donating to her. Like at least the minister, at least when you go to a church or a masjid, aka mosque, or a synagogue, anywhere that you go to a place of worship, or if you go to a club, wherever you go, I don't think it's anything wrong with you giving some donating your time or money or both, right? I don't think it's anything wrong with that. But I think that if you even if I go to someone's YouTube channel and they like, and they are really doing the damn thing, they giving us some knowledge, they spitting their truth. I don't think it's anything wrong with you giving them money. But never you don't see many reactors come up here begging all the time. Every now and then they'll say, well, hey, such and such going through it. It's my birthday, whatever the case is. And oh, I forgot to say Miss Jones' birthday. I forgot her belated birthday. Let me see. Who anybody else's birthday, type it in here. I forgot. Let me see you put the bell. Virgo, go Virgo. It's your birthday, Miss Jones. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Rock that pussy, let me see you do the rock. I wanna rock, I wanna rock. Okay, okay, there you go. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday, Miss Jones. Um, so the thing is, but I think that it's border it's basically blatant. I was gonna say borderline, but that's not the correct word. It's blatant disregard for people's energy. It's straight up begging. But Olivia did it too, so I can't just be like, oh, Jasmine's messed up. Olivia did it and straight up lied and like did it in people's face like fuck you, I still got the place. I mean, horrible, horrible. This, you know what I mean? It's legitimate people out there that really, it's probably members in their chats right now that really are on their last leg or down on their luck. Shoot, I'm trying to tell y'all, like, I would say, shoot, about 9 months ago, I was like, woo. I was like, man, we got it. It was tight. You heard me? It was tight, but sometimes you got to work that out. We lost the contract, I'm telling you, and we just had to work that out and pop back up. And sometimes you gotta get it together. Sometimes you gotta go, okay, let's recalibrate. Okay, so we don't need this, we don't need this. Okay, and then sometimes when you start getting rid of stuff that you don't need, and you don't cry and beg and get on your hands and knees. And sometimes when you just get out there and get it and you work hard, it'll come to you. I promise you. You manifest stuff. You not only manifest is not just you speaking into existence, it's also doing the work. You also have to do the work. You also have to understand that, okay, I know that I need $300, so I gotta push to go get it. That's just it. And that's okay. That's okay. But the point is that you have to have some other stable income coming in. YouTube is not really stable. DoorDash, forget about it. It's definitely not stable because you don't know if the peak hours, if you're gonna get a good tip, you don't know if you're gonna make that extra money. You don't know how long you might work all day and make $5. You know what I'm saying? And you probably didn't have shiggity to put in your gas tank to begin with, right? So it doesn't make sense. And then you can't use this is not a form of income to just come beg. That is not the way that you do things. You can't, that is not you getting paid. Getting paid is you working and getting paid. People are naturally going to want to donate to you at some point in time. Every now and then, y'all bless me. y'all already, let me take that, let me walk that back. Y'all always blessing me by just showing up and liking my video, putting me back in the algorithm, showing your love, commenting, expressing yourself, whatever, likes, dislikes, and whatever. That's still a blessing, right? But every now and then, y'all will bless me with some pesos. Y'all send me $2 here, $1 here, 99 cents here, $50, $100, whatever. I mean, I am grateful for that. Like, I'm not, listen, y'all, and then sometimes y'all even break me off. Y'all be like, hey, Dr. A, I want to read it. Hey, Dr. A, I want this. I'm gonna go to your website. I'm gonna purchase this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Thank you. You know what I mean? All that is a blessing, but you just can't come up here begging all the time. It is just too much. You're bankrupting your membership because you're selfish and lazy instead of getting your behind out there, getting off your fat doozy and getting out there and getting you a job. It just makes sense for you to get you a job. It is nothing like hard work. The more you work hard, the better off your life will be. I'm trying to tell you, you better listen to your elder, Jasmine, because I'm your elder. Okay, how you doing, darling? Welcome to the Mickey Flicky Palace. You in the bushes, girl. Okay. I don't like when the church takes up the offering and then they go to count the money and come back out and ask for more. Yeah, that's too much. Yeah, that's too much. It's like, come on now. Yeah, that is too much. That is too much. I have to say, but let's continue, y'all.
I'm I'm homeless, and then all of a sudden I pop off in my apartment. Like, I'm not gonna do that, bitch. If I need help, I need help.
No, yeah, but you okay? Yes, Olivia did do that, and that was crazy as hell. Now I agree with you on that, Jasmine. But at the same time, you still begging though. This is like your second time within the last 2 months of begging for some money. Obviously, you are living beyond your means. Obviously, you cannot afford where you stay at, so you need to figure something else out. You need to go to the low. You need to go maybe to a 2 bedroom apartment. Maybe not everybody need a their own damn room. You need to put the boys in no 3 bedroom apartment. Put the boys in one room and put the girls in another room. Kaylin don't need a room, but her own room right now. Okay, she need to share a room with her siblings right now. Okay, you need to cut back on some bills. You don't may not need Netflix. You might not need to pay for YouTube without the commercials. You might need to sell that camera. You got stuff that you have to do. You might need to cut back on buying all that bullshit from Shein. Okay, for your workout clothes. You might need to sell some of those workout equipment.
Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I gotta pay an extra deposit. And someone, I think I answered this already, but they was asking like, how is it that you move without paying for a deposit? I paid a deposit. This is the second deposit. This is the second.
Jasmine, stay the fuck from over here at the Crystal Palace. Girl, ain't no second deposit. If you gotta pay second and third deposits, then bitch, you in the wrong line of business. You see, this is. I'm sorry. I done cussed her out. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just. It is so hard. Like, are you crazy? You two deposits. You when in life have you had to pay? Girl, there's no such things to buy. If you pay, you getting scammed. You getting scammed, or you just stupid. Which one is it, or both? You girl, I've never paid two deposits. I had to pay first. It was usually I've been in places when I moved to this apartment. I didn't have any deposit because I did. Well, I'm not gonna tell y'all why. I paid up. I still basically this was the same property. This is the same property. I stayed in another part. They have other apartments buildings and they have other properties. This particular they have other properties. So what we did was we paid um for the other one. We didn't have to pay a deposit for this one. They just carried that over, right? But if I recall, I think it was the first and last month's rent, and I think it was like a little small deposit. It wasn't even that much. It was like a little small deposit. And then they, I think, girl, I look back at that paperwork, y'all, since we've been talking about that, and I think they had like a sale on taking off a certain amount on the rent or whatever. And then I also got some money because I referred some other people here. I referred a couple more people that actually stayed here, and I actually got that money. So they took off, you know what I mean? So it was a combination of things. I forgot all about that. But the point is, you do not, I've never seen, and I've stayed in some places, and I had a like a slum lord or two. I've shared that with you. I have a slum lord or two, and I'm telling you that I've never had to pay two deposits. Never have I had to pay two deposits. That does not make no sense. They do that in Texas? Let me ask chat GP, let me ask Google. Okay, Jasmine, with your smart self, with your wanna be smart self. See, y'all taking me away from my exercise. I need to be exercising. Wait a minute. Um, is there a such thing as paying two deposits for apartment rentals in the state of Texas? What? Okay. Okay, so they're saying like if it's a pet deposit or you doing like a lease renewal. She's not doing a lease renewal. Review your lease carefully and read all the original lease agreements to see if there's additional deposits for pets or renewals or permits. See, I don't believe the reason why I don't believe her is because she will specify. She would say, "Well, y'all guys, I have to pay a pet deposit." She didn't say, "Well, I have to pay a pet deposit." You know, this helpful would have came up here and said she had to pay a pet deposit. She didn't say, "Well, she had to consult a legal profession." What? No, excuse me. She didn't say, "Well, she had to." She didn't say, "Well, she had to do a lease renewal." How would she do a lease renewal when she's already in the apartment? Now, she well, let's define what a lease renewal is. If the lease allows for it, a landlord could require a second deposit or additional payment towards the deposit at the time of the lease renewal. That's what I thought, right? And the rent has increased. Okay, yes, I've never done this. I know that I've heard them doing this, but this is not a lease renewal. She's already in the place. So the only other deposit, possibly, allegedly, could possibly be for a pet deposit. So just say a pet deposit because you got Bentley. Say that then. If that's what it is, then say that you have to pay a pet deposit, not a second deposit because you can't afford it, but because you have a pet deposit. These are the only determining factors according to this. It says common scenarios for multiple deposits. Now, anything other than that, you need to consult a legal professional if you believe additional deposit a request is not justified by the lease or state law. Mhm. It is best to consult with a landlord tenant attorney to understand your rights. And you probably need to do that, Jasmine, but I don't believe it's rights. I just think you're a liar. Okay. That's what I believe, but that's just me. While Texas law allows landlords to charge what they deem to be fair security deposit, it is not allowed for them to collect multiple unrelated security deposits at the time of the lease. Any fees beyond a pet deposit must be clearly defined in the lease agreement. And where do they let you move in without paying any of this? I've never had a place. You had to pay all of that up front, but you in the place now, which is why I feel like you're a liar. How you doing, Carmen? Welcome to the Mickey Flicky Palace. What happened to all the people that was here a minute ago? Are they in their feelings about something? Did they leave? Because I'm not, it's not like I'm boring. I'm not boring. Let's not act like that is. Go get those other people back. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.
Deposit. I paid the deposit in the rent. Send you good vibes. Stay focused and continue to get your money. Period. Free your mind. Thank you. Thank you for the good vibes. Oh, I feel like the coffee is going through me. I had coffee this morning and yeah, my stomach is hurting. Like really bad.
Probably from the Uggs that you bought on putting them on foreign objects in your body that you got off of TikTok. That's probably why your stomach hurt. You might need to go to the doctor, the hospital, to make sure that your intestines ain't get ready to explode.
I posted it on my community post how much I collected from just social media. And if you go back to the beginning of the live, I just told y'all how much I got from DoorDashing. Pay for the door. What? What are you talking about the door? I don't know who that person is. Jaden. I don't know who that is. Why are you paying two deposits? Your credit must be bad. It is. My credit is bad. I've said that multiple times. But if you're new here, I'm not gonna sit here and down you about it.
No, it's not about that, Jasmine. Okay, I understand that. Listen, I get that she may have to pay a high deposit, or she might have, or they be like, look, you have to pay this deposit, you have to pay a deposit. And we unfortunately, it's gonna be more than just your last month's rent because your credit sucks and we're giving you a chance. Okay, I get that, but why would they let you move in without paying all that just to be able to have to evict you? Do you understand, Jasmine, that company that you can be a squatter, and it takes a lot for people to get people out of their properties, and so that's going to have them to go have to go to evict you and have to go to court. All that shit cost. Do you understand that? So why would they put you in a place and not get secure all of their monies before putting you in a place? That doesn't make no damn sense. Now, that's why I don't believe it. Now, if you had to pay all of this deposit upfront before you moved in, then I could like get past that. And they'll give you a certain period of time. They'll be like, okay, we'll give you your keys after you get the deposit, after you pay all of your, what we asked you, after you pay your first and last month's rent and your deposit. Okay, and then they'll say, okay, so you might come in like on Tuesday and be like, okay, I have 100. I have a 1,500. And they'll be like, okay, well, and then all you have to do is come up with 5 more hundred, right? And then they'll be like, okay, cool. So we'll wait on you to do that. And then they'll be like, well, what day are you gonna come in and put the $500, because we can only hold this apartment for so long? And then you might be like, okay, well, I can do that in a week. And they'll be like, okay, cool, no problem. And so they'll, call you, and then you go in and you put that 500. Then they'll give you your keys. You assign all of your paperwork for the apartment, and then they'll do a walkthrough with you. Girl, I know how this works. Girl, I didn't had a house. I didn't had a house. I know how I got a prop. You know what I mean? I got stuff. And I know how this works, dear. I know how this works. I don't know what you're talking about, but they're gonna collect all of their monies up front. They're not gonna wait to charge you after the fact. Like they could even go something like, well, in order for you to they might even throw some chumpy charge like we're gonna you have to pay a deposit for the carpet cleaning. I don't know. Sometimes people do that. I get that, right? Because they're like, well, we're not going to depend on you to clean the carpet. We're going to charge you for us having to clean out, because we already know you got a dog, you got children, and you just look dirty. Whatever the case is, the point is that they're going to make you pay all of that up front. You're not going to get into a place and then they're going to say, okay, you can take your keys without paying all of what you owe us up front. Before you sign this contract, before you even do the rental lease, you're going to have all of those monies, because all of those monies, the rental lease is what's going to be attached to your rental lease, along with your agreement, to make sure you don't fuck up they shit in the rules of the apartment and the direction. And they're going to probably, well, my part, they'll give you like a nice little gift. They'll give you something really cute and really quaint, like, you know what I'm saying, for your move in, like a move in gift. I don't know, maybe they don't do that where you are, baby, but usually, right? And then you will get like that, you'll get like who does the cable in your area, who does the internet, you know what I mean, different things that, different attractions that surround the community, coupons and different things that you will have. And then that kind of thing. So you will get all of that, including the rules, and the violations, their 1-800 number, if anything go around, how you pay your rent, the where the immunities are located at, where the office is located, like a map. They'll tell you about all the schools that surround, all the fire department, whatever. You get all of that in your package. They give you a little folder, and you will get also your rental agreement that you signed, and like I said, and then you'll get your receipt right then and there, and then they give you your keys. They're like, okay, thank you so much. Welcome to the blah blah blah. And then you move into your spot, and then you go around, and then you go back and look at the spot, and then y'all do a walkthrough to make sure, like, hey, this is what's fixed. Do you see anything in this place that you don't like? Do you see anything that's not right? We could change it for you. And you're like, well, it looks like a big old bulge in the wall. What's that about? Oh, well, oh, we can have the maintenance worker come and fix it. Not a problem. It wouldn't be a charge to you because you're pointing all this out up front that you just think is crappy, right? Um, so that kind of stuff happens. So that makes no sense to me what you're saying, Jasmine, because they're gonna get their money up front before they move your ass in there. That's just nobody operates under those unprofessional standards. Like you a fool. Who if somebody lets you into their property while getting all of their money, then they are a fool. They are unprofessional and they dumb and they deserve to be scammed. Okay. Some of some of those shots can right could cause ingest right exactly right intestinal right paralysis right require surgery. Yes ma'am, that's what I'm saying. But she's taking amphetamines. She's taking amphetamines, girl, off of TikTok. What the fuck she expect? She don't even have like a doctor supervising her taking freaking speed. Okay, whatever, let's go.
Thank you. You can't take it, huh? I can't take what? Thank you for posting that. Hey, Billy. You do know who? Who? I don't even know how to read that name. She pretended to be homeless in a car, then got an apartment. I don't know who that is, but it sounds like a scam. Stay strong. You're a strong black woman, and that's what scares the haters. You are doing a great job handling your business. Thank you. You know, I don't even know if it scares them. I just feel like they want to break me down so bad it intimidates them that it doesn't break me.
Okay, so you are black, yes, or I don't know, melanated, whatever you want to call yourself. Sure, strong. I think you can lift a lot of weights. Define strong. What do y'all mean by strong? For those that told her she was strong, can you explain strong to me? I mean, is it her being strong or her being stupid or thinking everybody else is stupid just like her? Or is it her being strong? Is it strong that she can stay in relationships with people that don't want to be with her? Does that make that her strong? Or you mean that type of black woman? Are you referring to her being strong on the terms of um taking a lot of shit off of people and allowing people to misuse her and ooze her? Are you talking about that kind of strong? Because I don't think that's strong. Are you talking about a strong person that's mean to her children? Are you talking about a strong person? Well, she used to be. I don't know now. Well, I think she still is because she was just cursing them out when she was moving in. But what do you mean by strong? Define strong. See, I don't know what y'all mean by strong because there takes a lot of strength. To be honest, there takes a lot of strength to get out there and work and to get a job and to earn a honest living. Trying to provide for you and your children, not just on YouTube. It's nothing wrong with doing YouTube, but if you know that it's not really considered your business, and you're using YouTube, but you're not treating it as a business. It seems like more of a hobby for you, and you're not able to use it to pay all of your bills with it, and you have to come up here and beg almost every other month. I would not consider that strong. I would consider that weak, not understanding when to fold them and know when to walk away and know when to run. You better count your money when you're sitting at the table. But you're not you though. You're strong, but you're strong enough to strong or bold enough to ask people for their hard-earned dollars instead of getting out there and getting it, creating a real business or treating YouTube like a real job, and basically doing what you do. You have 4 or 5 thousand channels, and yet you still are not able to take care of all of your bills. Then you need to downsize. You keep going up. You keep you keep getting apartments obviously that you cannot afford. You should have had all of this money up front. This should have been upfront before you even moved into this apartment. You knew goddamn well you wasn't gonna get no damn deposit back because you know you never get a damn deposit back to the full. It's because you always fucking up the houses that you in. I mean, why are we playing these games? I mean, I sometimes I wonder like I just sometimes I think to myself when I watch you, not I really don't think about you outside of this motherfucker. I mean, excuse me, outside of this. But when I am thinking about you, when I do think about you while I'm talking about you at this time, I wonder why. I'm like, well, what is up with Jasmine where she thinks that she can just live off of everybody else? You kind of act like that bum. You act like a bum man that has a whole bunch of baby mamas and women. You like a stereotype. And that basically you live off of people. And it's just not realistic anymore. All people have to get a job. You have to get in provide something within that household. Nobody lives rent free. Hell, your children don't even live rent free because you make them work like dancing bears. That's what you do. You make your children work like dancing bears. Every time you turn around, smile, Ava, dance, Ava, do this, Ava, Aiden, smile, do this, do that, do this, and that. And you make them earn a hard, honest living, but yet you refuse to do that. Oh, okay. Does that make sense to you, Jasmine? But everybody want to come over here and try to tell me, oh, you're picking on Jasmine. I really want to say to some of you all, I gotta say it. Some of y'all need to shut the hell up because I'm not picking on her. This is a reality. She's not only she's been begging. She's been on a begging spree for about a week now. A freaking week. She's been on a begging spree. Last month she begged y'all for some money. The month after that she was begging for money. 2 months ago she was begging for money. Listen, y'all, we have to cut this out now. We're not gonna play no games. Don't come over here and start trying to tell me what I'm doing and what I'm not doing. Go talk. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at your mama, okay? Are we sure that this is really Jasmine's apartment? Maybe she's secretly taking over someone else's lease or staying there while they're going to busy or working out the town, right? Working out of town, so they barely are there. I think it's her apartment. It's hers. This is stupid with all this illegal Uggs over the out there. Exactly, girl. Like, why are you like what? It's just ridiculous. It's got to be ridiculous. Let's go.
Like someone, I woke up this morning to someone requesting $1,000 talking shit to me, and I was just like who wakes up with that shit on their mind? Like who?
Oh my God, Jasmine. Who wakes up begging instead of going to get a job and earning an honest living? Who does that? But yet here we are again. Yet here we are again. Okay. Why are we waiting on you to fit? Sometimes I did. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm getting ready to keep it trill. Y'all listening to me? I want to keep it trill with y'all. When I say trill, I know some of y'all may not know. Okay, so let me have a conversation. Let's have an urban conversation real quick. When I say trill, that means real, but AKA we'll say trill because that's like a Dallas conversation. When you understand, there's a record label called Trill. And so we'd be like, keep it trill. It's like a lot of people in Dallas I knew that I used to hang with. There was a term of endurement that they would use. They'd be like, keep it trill, Dr. A, Dr. Amira. I'd be like, okay, I'm keeping it trill. And so I kind of borrowed that from them. That was a long time ago concept that I'm still just borrowing. Okay. Now, keeping it trill. Okay. I'm just saying, my Jazzy life. Um, I want to know who wakes up begging, who goes to bed begging. It's a thing where I don't even mind helping somebody if they helping themselves. You're not trying to help yourself. See, that's the problem. It's nothing wrong with people trying to get a hand up, not a hand out, but a hand up. I want somebody. I remember like I said, I've met a lot of people along the way. And I remember I met this woman and she was just like, she just need a leg up. She was just like, look, I just need $20. I just need $20. And I need a ride to an interview. If you give me $20, I will take this $20 and go and buy me a outfit to wear. I don't have any clothes. Man, this was a homeless lady. I gave her that $20. I told her I would be back to pick her up at a certain time. I gave her a washcloth, some soap. She went in somewhere. I don't know where she went to. I didn't ask. That was none of my business. Gave her a washcloth, a towel, and she went to that. And I came back the next day. I was kind of like, oh no. Everybody was telling me how crazy I was, but I went and did it. I told her where to meet me at. And I had somebody in the car in case she tried to pull something because it was gonna go down. Because I was driving, you know what I'm saying? I had somebody in the car that she sat in the front seat and the other person sat behind her just in case she tried to trip because it was going down. You heard me? But I took her to a job interview. I waited for her. She came out. She had new clothes on, y'all. She had new clothes. She did get the job, but she did not have nowhere to stay. And so I went in there and I just said I went in there and talked to the people or whatever. It was at a hotel. Okay. I went in there and said, look, this woman is homeless. I brought her here. I said she just need to get a leg up. If y'all could let her stay in y'all one of y'all rooms so she can have a hot meal and clean up or whatever. This lady, she is work, she will work. She was homeless. She wasn't homeless because she had a UGG problem. She was homeless because she lost her place and she believed in a man, and she just got out of the pokey because she did time for a man. Sure did. Because she told me her story. Man, I got her. They gave her a place. They said, "What would I wish she would have told us that when she went in here?" No, I went in there and told her because she couldn't stay with me because I didn't know her like that. But I got her in that place. That woman is a manager at that hotel now to this day. And I'm telling you, that woman still every so often that woman to send me $20, y'all. Every so often, not all the time, but every so often, she'll send me $20. Or and sometimes she'll call me to she'll get services from me. But I'm telling you that sometimes it takes a little something. And I like people like that. I like people that know how to get out there to try their best to go get it. But this is ridiculous. This is not somebody that's really trying. It's a such thing as me, somebody halfway. I was homeless before. I told y'all that. I've been homeless before. I was homeless for 2 weeks. Yes, ma'am. But I had sense enough I was still working a job and I just had to get on buses and had to get there the best way I could. I was getting on them buses, baby. I was getting on them buses. I got cool with a bus driver. And I'm telling you, he'll let me on that bus drive free. I was getting back and forth to that job. Sometimes he would bring that bus, he would go out of the way and come pick me up and drop me out in front of where that home I stayed in a homeless shelter. He had dropped me off in front of that homeless shelter. He was sweet on me. I did go on a date with him, y'all, but I didn't like him no more. But by the time I went on a date with him, I already had a car because I already knew. But let me just tell y'all, I was really homeless for a week, but I just utilized that spot until I could till I can get my apartment, furniture and stuff into that apartment. And I had to it took me another week to get me a car. So I was there for 2 weeks. But I'm just telling you that when you are doing something and people see you striving, people will lend and help you out. I promise you they will. But you can't keep being homeless. And if I keep being homeless, people gonna be like, wait a minute, what's up? You know what I mean? If you keep on going through the same situation, if you keep on getting in a bad relationship, people gonna look at you like, now wait a minute, goddamn. Did you just get out of being with this person? Nobody's gonna keep helping you. Once or twice is the maximum that you're gonna keep going through the same shit. After a while, damn it, it's your ass. You don't know how to manage your money. This is like the 20th time you done beg somebody for money. Now, her having a baby shower, I'm gonna be honest with you. Her having one baby shower, I will give her two baby showers. I will give her two baby showers at the most. One with that oldest one, and the second one with the twins, because she had twins, y'all. I totally understand that. I totally understand that. But damn it, that's why I don't go to people. If you get pregnant again, bitch, I'm not coming to your baby shower twice. Bitch, if you got more than one child, that's it. We're not going to keep throwing baby showers after baby showers. Now, we may consider if you have a boy, if you have a boy okay, then I will come to you. If you had a girl first and you had a boy, then that's something different. You better throw something else. You better not call no goddamn baby shower. The fuck I'm a and then don't tell me how much to spend either. I had one heifer, one hoe ass slut. I'm sorry. I'm getting angry, y'all. I need to heal. I need to start my healing process. But this heifer gonna tell us how much to bring that we need to spend more money. Bitch, are you crazy? You already had 3 children. Who the fuck four? Who the fuck is gonna come to somebody's baby shower for a fourth child? Come on now. No, no more baby showers. And you know what? I got married twice. Listen, nobody's buying nothing for no second wedding. Now, people asked me to put a registry. I was very apprehensive about it. Nobody got nothing off that registry. My daddy got us a wedding gift, and my mother-in-law did. Them the only 2 people. And I think my sister-in-law did something. I can't remember what she did. But I'm just saying that nobody is going to do all of that. Like, this is your second fucking marriage. I didn't get shit from my first marriage, though. So that's a difference. And this girl was like, well, I didn't get nothing for my other babies, my other baby shower. That's your fault. Listen, listen. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. So I understand one baby shower. I understand one housewarming to an apartment. If you buy a house, then you can get a housewarming. If you move an apartment, you can get a housewarming for there. There's nothing wrong with that. Then you do a housewarming because you bought a house. Then you could, this is just my rule. My rule may not be popular for the rest of you. But for me, this is what I'm gonna do. But bitch, you can't move every 6 months like Chrissy and think I'm gonna keep buying shit for your house. No, bitch. You got some issues. You got some issues. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. No. Okay, y'all. I'm almost done. I'm really done with my exercise. I gotta do like 30 leg lifts, and I gotta do 10 steps. I mean 100 steps. Okay. And do I gotta do any? Oh, I gotta do. I'm gonna do. I'm sick of that row machine, y'all. I found an alternative to the row machine. I'm gonna do 50 of those. Okay, so I'm almost done. So I'm gonna wrap this weight. I'm gonna not wrap y'all up. I'm gonna wrap up working out. So I'm gonna let Jasmine talk for a little while. Okay, is that okay with you all? Okay. All right, exactly, Corm. Exactly. Yeah, Corman. I'm trying to tell you that's ridiculous, right? She's not thinking of the poor example of a woman, a slash mother she is showing her children. No, she's not. Let's continue.
Wakes up to being negative, down, and whatever. It costs nothing to be kind. That's what I'm saying. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
But that's not being. Wait a minute, y'all. That's not being kind, Jasmine. That's you taking advantage. Okay, y'all. I'm good. Can y'all count for me? Cause shit, I can't count and talk at the same time and think about the comment. I can't count in my head and talk and talk. Okay, I gotta say something. Can y'all count? I'm gonna start my. I gotta do a plank. I gotta hold it for the maximum. I gotta go to 60. Okay, so count to 60. Start now. One. Okay, let's go. Come on, y'all. Count to 60 for me. One, two. Come on. Jasmine, you can't possibly think that somebody is. Tell me when to stop, y'all. Jasmine, you can't possibly tell me that this is okay. This doesn't make no goddamn sense. I'm trying to tell you. I don't know where you think this makes sense at or where this is logical. How is this being nice? No, you literally are taking advantage of people. How can you expect that's not kindness? That's an act of foolishness. You're asking people to be a fool for you. That's exactly what you're doing. And you know what, y'all? I'm slobbing. Why am I slobbing? First of all, I got this necktie around my neck. I'm choking myself trying to do this damn exercise. Wait a minute, I gotta hurry up. Come on, y'all. Hurry. Y'all ain't at 60 yet? Shit. Come on, y'all. Y'all at 60 yet? Ooh, I know y'all at least at 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Y'all better be counting fast. Don't be counting slow. 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Come on, y'all. One, two. Okay, y'all, it should be 60 by now. God damn, y'all trying to choke me with this ass cop. Jasmine, that is not a kind of acting. That's a kind of foolishness. You want people to be a sucker for you, like you was a sucker for Philip and Chris. That you want everybody to be like you and stupid and shit. I know it's about 60 now. Y'all playing me. Y'all know damn well it's 60. I didn't count it, y'all. That's damn 60 now. Quit playing with me.
I wasn't saying it that way. I was just asking why to deposit. Never heard of that, and I'm new here. Oh, okay. No, it's just a credit situation. We have bad credit. Sometimes they ask for two deposits. Sorry, it's my little.
Okay, fine. If they ask for two deposits, why wouldn't they ask for that up front? I'm still lost in how you got into the place without paying a total deposit. It just doesn't make sense at the shit you're saying. That's all I'm saying, Jasmine. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know where you're defining this at. I don't know how this makes sense. It does not, in fact, it does not make sense, Jasmine. It does not. You would have had to you wouldn't have got your keys if you had to if you didn't pay for this up front. If you trying to reimburse your money back or you trying to get the money back after you didn't got it or whatever, then that's one thing. Then just say that. Say, hey guys, I spent a whole bunch of money in getting this apartment and I'm trying to recruit the money back after I done got here. Just say that if that's the case.
Brother that said that. Okay. Please do. Oh, where did my comments go? Please do not mention anyone else's name on her platform. Let's keep it positive and respectful. Thank you. People need to pour out someone's cup to fill their own. They're insecure. Hey, Maria.
Okay, nobody's insecure just because somebody's calling you out on the bullshit that you're doing. I'm sorry, Jasmine. People are not insecure because I know some of you people gonna say, "Oh, you ain't talking about Olivia." I don't like, Okay. Well, both of them. I mean, nobody's insecure about these hoes getting, falsifying, getting money from people and taking advantage of people because you already had the money. So I'm not sure exactly why y'all come up here always begging instead of just getting y'all some jobs. So y'all think y'all too good to work? Is that what it is? See, that's what I'm really starting to believe. I think you all think y'all are too good to work. That's what it all boils down. You all think y'all are too good to work. And that is crappy. That is the wrong way to think.
Hey, Jazz, keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. Like I just took this morning. I took about 4 orders. I paused my orders because it wasn't busy, and I'm currently just waiting. So I was like, let me just go live for a little bit. I really need to go over here.
Exactly. When you want to give back or you want to things to turn back around and for you to get it, I promise you, like I've been able to do so much in my life. And the reason is because I do a lot of work for other people. I do a lot of helping for other people. I do have a good heart. Now, I'm not the nicest damn person in the world, and I'm not going to try to pretend to be. I'm not. But I do have a really good heart when it comes to people, and I don't do things because I'm expecting something out of it. When I do things from my heart, I do it from my heart. Even when people buy stuff from me, I always try to give them something extra or something that of substance, or I try to do certain things for them on the rip. Okay, but goddamn, come on now.
To this tire place because my thing keeps saying, but I feel like because the weather changed, low tire pressure.
Again, that
I do need to start working on my credit. I do agree. I do.
But Jasmine, if you have low tire pressure, then you need to put air in your damn tire. I mean, oh my God. I feel like I'm talking to a 2-year-old. Like, you have to put air in your damn tire, girl. Or you have to have a man to do it for you, or have a woman to do. I don't know. Have somebody do it for you. Have Keyshawn do it. He do every damn thing else. I wouldn't be doing all this shit for you because you're not you. And the problem, and another problem is, Jasmine, you're not. You and Olivia are very unappreciative. You all don't appreciate nothing nobody does for y'all. Y'all don't, because if you appreciate what somebody does, you wouldn't keep asking for it. That's a sure sign. You wouldn't keep begging and asking for money if you was really about their life. And that's just on the real. That's on the real deal, Holyfield. Okay.
I haven't even like I disputed some stuff, but I haven't attempted to like pay off anything. Keep it real. I do keep it 100. Thank you for the love. I keep it 100. If y'all could tap the screen, that also helps me out. Hola. I'm tapping the screen. Just keep tapping it. That helps me out. All reactions, all interactions help. Are you single? I need a date for what? Date night. Saturday my kids have a game. Thank you. You DoorDash to pay off your credit cards? I know that's right. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. That's why I was like, people acting like I'm not doing what I have to do. Like I'm just sitting here laying down in the bed. When I get up, I get.
You are not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're not, Jasmine. Stop playing. Stop the cap. You're a DoorDash here and there, and then you be getting like fast food for you and Legendary. But somebody that need money, you sure waste a lot of money. All right, y'all. I gotta go back. I gotta do 10 more.
Up and move around. Do not go back to the bed. I move the fuck around. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. Thank you, Nathaniel. My love language is why. What is that? Is that a spider? No, it's an ant. Do your state have emergency assistance? I looked that up. I was actually looking that up earlier. I looked it up yesterday. I looked it up today. They have emergency assistance. Like when I clicked on it, it just took me to 211. And I have the list of everything. Like
Jasmine, these programs, you picked a hell of a fire time to ask for the money for these programs. These programs are only gonna give you so much. Cut the cap. They're not gonna get that much, baby, because other people really need it and deserve it more than you do. Okay. Whew. I went back to another jewelry making class shop, made some more jewelry. I can't wait to show y'all. I made some more rings. I gotta show you. They're just $8. I can't wait to show y'all. All right. Okay, let's continue.
I didn't reach out. Of course, I'm waiting for like, because it takes a while to get back to me.
That's a problem for you be waiting on something when you could do it yourself. You knew that you had, so you didn't know that you had to pay this deposit, Jasmine. You didn't know you had to pay a second deposit. Because why you buying all that bullshit off of TikTok if you had to pay a second deposit then? This is just not logical. I just don't believe this. Y'all, I just gotta do 2 more things. Okay, y'all. Go, Dr. A. All right. All right, y'all. 2 more things. I gotta do the alternative to my rowing because I'm not doing no damn rowing today. I promise you. Last 3 days I have not been doing the rowing. I've been doing the alternative. I don't because they tell me to do 10. Well, I've said 20 to 30 minutes. I don't want to do that. All I want to do is do like 50 of these things. Hell, I'll even do 100. I just don't want to sit on that damn machine and wait no damn 20 minutes on that machine because that's taking me too long to move on with my life. All right, y'all, let's go.
Like organizations and stuff like that. Thank you.
Did you know that our food system is basically designed to be wasteful? We grow so much food in the U.S. to go.
All right, y'all, let's go.
You can make a good penny door dashing. You really can. I know some.
So y'all think Jasmine making a good? Okay, she brag about door. That's cool, but Jasmine not making a lot of money door dashing though. She could door dash and get her a part-time job and do YouTube. I'm just saying, when people need it, they go get it. They try to go get it. It's nothing wrong for asking for help, but damn it, Jasmine, ask help for a job. Ask for help just as much as you put energy in begging. Put more energy in job application. When do you fill that out? Let's talk about what jobs you putting in for. Let's have that conversation, dear.
Some days, like it's been a minute, I've made in just a week. But I was out till like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. And then I would turn around and get back up at 6, 7. I made $600. But I was tired as fuck. But I would go from different cities. And that was just a lot on my body. And I don't like falling asleep to where I feel like, because I be tired. If you had one wish, what would you wish for? More wishes. Thank you for tuning in and showing your support. Yes, thank you. Also go follow her on her second channel. My Jazz up like, thank y'all. Yes, go follow me on my second channel.
Okay, Jasmine. So can I be honest with you? This is not safe for you to really, to be honest with you. You have a habit. We have seen you on here fall asleep at the wheel. Maybe this is not necessarily the best thing for you to do when you're tired. I would rather you be at home and working from home. That way, if you get tired, you will be safe at your house. Just being honest. I'm not understanding why can't you get a part-time job at home on the computer? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that, Jasmine. Or you a bit a graphic artist business. If you can edit videos, why don't you edit some of these other people? Ask people, go to TikTok and ask these people on TikTok, can I edit your videos? Your videos look great. Would you like an editor? I charge this much. Go on Fiverr. Jasmine, hell, I'm on Fiverr. Let me tell you another income. I'm gonna tell you some other things I do to get income to get an income. Okay, y'all listening? I'm also on Fiverr, and I'll do logos. I do people's logos. Listen, you can do a logo. Jasmine, do you know how to do any? Listen. All right, I'm gone. I'm. Let's go, Jasmine.
Giving you anything, it just went. I'm busy. You got to start early when people are looking. They want breakfast. You're gonna have to wait till like 11, 11:30 ish. Good answer. I'm starting to like you. Wish for more wishes. What is that? Oh, wait, is that a spider? I just touched it too. It is. Can I see that? Uh-uh. Why is it flying? Why is it flying? It's not fuck up there. Are you able to dash at any time? Or you still need to get your numbers up? You can dash at any time. You can just change. Say, it's not busy right now, right? In my area, I can change cities, go to a different city. But see, my thing is, it take a while to get to those cities. They might be busy at that moment,
Woo!
but I get there, it won't be busy no more, and it'll be back busy over here. So it's just like it'll defeat the purpose of everything. So I just try and stick to one city. By my mindset, I'm going to another city. I have to just say, I have to.
But Jasmine, at the same time, okay. But Jasmine, I'm not even being funny. I'm not, y'all. Look, I know I'm not being funny. I'm not being funny. But Jasmine, you know that you are not really, you don't do well with cars, right? This is the only car that you have that we know of, right? So you know you're doing a lot of wear and tear on these cars. You know you're not the best maintenance upkeeper of your vehicles. You're not. That's a fact. So why would you? This is how I feel, Jasmine. I feel like because you saw Olivia sit up here and lie and scam the people. Okay, wait a minute. We know that you set up her and scam the people. Do y'all want me to make this bigger? Do I need to make this bigger for y'all? Can y'all see this just fine? Hopefully y'all can see this just fine. Because I just thought about it. I didn't really make it bigger. Usually I do. But I didn't today. I guess I'm falling off from that. I don't even know if I'm gonna get this again. I might just be doing YouTube. I might have to cancel this payment. I don't know, y'all. I'm thinking about it. Where am I at? Okay, wait a minute, hold on. I'm trying to find something real quick. Hold on. So, um, you're not that good. You're not the best with vehicles for whatever reason. For whatever reason, you're not the best with vehicles, right? So, especially like the maintenance of the vehicles, I don't deem this to be within your best. Uh, okay, so I don't know about you getting like I don't know. I just think it's weird for you to carry on and knowing that you can't really afford to get your car vehicle paid for, because then you're gonna turn around and say, well, guys, I gotta get a new tire. I gotta get this, guys. I'm having issues with my vehicle. Oh my god, guys, because I think what happened was that you saw Olivia getting that money scamming the people, and I think that you said, well, I can do it too. I can get this money too. And I think that you came up here and told everybody about the car, about your car having issues and tires and all this other shit. And so you thought you was going to get some extra money You thought your dry begging was gonna work, and it didn't really work. So then I think then you created this whole story. This is what I believe. This is just my opinion. Okay. But anyway, that's just a food for thought. Okay, y'all, I'm looking for this. So just, but again, it is what it is. I mean, I don't give a damn anyway, Jasmine. Whether I know I ain't giving you no money. So if people want to donate to you, that'll be on them. I'm like, I don't have no, if you able to get it, girl, who am I to tell you not to get it? Okay, okay, who am I to tell you to get it? Okay, I don't really care. Mm, mm, mm. All right. Whew, child, come on, Jasmine. Let's go.
I am going to have a preschooler this year. So with that being said, I'm super excited with partnering up with.
Being said, I'm super excited. Super excited. Here she go back to this super. Everything is super. Okay, y'all. Let's continue.
Take it to the chin early in the morning and drive over there. I'd wish for $1 million in new Bentley and some iced out jewelry. Because you can get that after you wish for more wishes. If you wish for unconditional wishes, then that can be one of your wishes eventually.
Really? Are we having this conversation? You need to be wishing for a job.
The biggest tip that I've gotten so far.
And you need to be Jasmine. You need to be like, I'm wishing on a job, do to follow where it starts, do. I'm wishing on a dream. Come on, Jasmine. To find out what it is, do. I wish Chris would come back home and Philip would keep the children. I wish that Legendary will talk to me in a complete sentence. I'm wishing all that Jasmine could be not my name. I'm wishing on the stars. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Y'all know that was funny.
I think it was like probably $20 or $30. That was when I was in the mountain area. I say the mountains, but y'all know.
Girl, that's what she wishing on. She's like, she is wishing for Chris to come back home, and he won't. And she wishing all the people would give her money, and they won't. She's wishing all y'all would bow down to her and not Olivia. She's wishing on the stars. Whoa, whoa. Okay. Follow where she are. Okay. Y'all are so mean to me. Y'all know that was funny. Y'all mean to me. Y'all know y'all are. Y'all know y'all. Wait a minute. I gotta bring this up because I didn't download it, y'all. Wait a minute. Season. It's scamming season. You're a scam. She's a scam. They're all a scam. It's scamming season. It's scamming season. You're a scam. She's a scam. They're all a scam. Okay, let me put Jasmine back up here. Y'all can't even take a joke. I'm funny. Shut up. Oh, I didn't press play.
That was probably the biggest tip. That was whenever I said the high up area. Y'all know what's her name? She I don't know if she's still over there, but the content one of the big content creators here in Austin is Raven Elise. She used to live over there in those houses. I know because I seen her vlog, especially whenever we had that ice situation. Because you gotta literally go up the mountain to get to the houses, and they're up a hill. These comments are saying people, please grow up and stop being weird. Yeah, I'm not asking anybody for anything. I'm not asking. They like to flip it and make it seem like. I seen a comment. There was she's asking for money for her birthday. That's not even on my radar right now. because I had my mind set on something, but that's not on my radar. That's not even like that's the least of my concern right now. Thank you for the cash app. It says gas for DoorDash, and I appreciate it. She told me to say her name. It's so ridiculous how black women spit on.
Oh, listen. No, no. Listen. I want to talk. I want no. Pause this. No. My son does that. Yeah, I got that from him. No. Wait a minute now. No, I'm not gonna do that. We're not gonna do this. I want to talk. No. We're gonna pause this for. We're gonna pause this for a second. I'm done exercising, by the way. Okay. All right, y'all. I want to talk to y'all real quick. I'm gonna get something to drink first of all, not alcohol. Because I know I did say like I'm gonna get something to drink, like I was. But listen. Wait, hold on one motherfucking minute now. Wait a minute. I'm sorry to curse. I apologize. Listen, we gotta have a real conversation about blackness on on this talk, right quick. Caucasians and my other ethnics, hold on for a second. You can still stay. We're not booting you out. You deserve. You can hear this. Okay. Let's have this real conversation. Don't none of you motherfuckers. Excuse me. I'm getting. Yeah, let's get ready to get rough a little bit. Listen, everybody. Hold on now. I got something to say. As a black and indigenous woman, I'm gonna have a real conversation with you all. And what we're not gonna do, we're gonna calm down off that bullshit about what that black women tear each other down. I don't want to hear that bullshit. I don't want to hear that bullshit. That's I used to say that type of shit too, and then I realized how that's a cop out. That's a motherfucking cop out. That is a cop out. Some shit. Yes, I think that some things are bad that black people do. That is very true. There are some things that black people do that are not of our culture, but unfortunately, we have gotten away from our culture through isms, because of isms, Willie Lynchism being the forefront. And we have carried on, unfortunately, oppression. You know what is not of us, but made us. Some of the situations we've been in have carried us into these situations, into these dynamics, and that is not fair. That is not fair, and but that's unfortunate. Now we have to find a way to pull ourselves out of this bullshit. That's what it is. And I'm not gonna talk on the terms of pulling up by the bootstraps, right? I know that some of us aren't in a good position because of certain principles and certain parties that we've allowed, but now we have to get out of this. We have to get out of saying that's a shame that black people tear each other down. Well, listen, this is the real deal. The real deal is, to be honest, although we love Pookie and Little Ray, and what do I mean by Pookie and Little Ray? That means some of the thugs in our community. I'm just gonna be honest. That means the lumpen proletarian. That means the pimps, the pushers. That means the ANG members. That means the ones that's not doing what they supposed to be doing to be a contributor of this society, to carry our race in a better space. Okay, so no, I don't want to stay in a bad neighborhood. The reason why I don't want to stay in a bad neighborhood, because it's not safe. It's not safe for me. I don't want my son to fall into the wrong hands and be a gang member. Okay, I don't want my son to be exposed to certain things. I'm just gonna be honest. But that does not mean that I don't love a Pookie and a Ray. That does not mean. That does mean that I do have a respect for Pookie and Ray. Well, I try to have a respect for Pookie and Ray, but I don't want to be pow. I don't want to be harmed. I don't want to be talked to crazy. I don't want to be called an itch. I don't want to be, treated a certain way. Not just by Pookie and Ray, because I don't really have an issue with Pookie and Ray, to be honest with you, if y'all want to have a real conversation. Okay, I'm really Pookie and Ray Ray is my least worries. I'm more concerned about the police, to be honest with you. Not all of them, but it's just that I just came from a certain area. I came from St. Louis, and police brutality is very bad in the police in the St. Louis community. No matter where you stay at in St. Louis, there it's just a large percent, and this is not everywhere, because I have not experienced this everywhere, but unfortunately I have experienced some bad things in living in St. Louis. Now I'm not going to sit up here, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, and I know some of y'all are police officers. That's cool. So prove everybody wrong. You be the non there. And I've seen police on YouTube um trying to do some decent things in the area that they patrol. But I have a plan. Most of these police officers, the very community that they patrol, need to live there, and I bet you things would be a lot differently. When you stay in the very community that you control, you are not so quick to gun down little Pookie and Ray Ray, because you know Pookie and Ray Ray mama. And Pookie and Ray Ray go to school with little Winifred. Okay. So it does make a difference. Okay, to be honest. Okay. So it's certain things that police can do to prove themselves of the community. And it's certain things that little Pookie and Ray Ray and them can do to also prove themselves to be better. But right now, it is difficult. Now, maybe about I would say a year ago or more, Pookie and Ray Ray had a lot more chances. Pookie and Ray Ray chance are slimming down right now because they closed down Job Corps. That's where a lot of Pookie and Ray Ray and them was going. They was going to Job Corps so they can better themselves. The good Pookie and Ray Ray. Okay? All right. So what I'm gonna say is, I know you said, Doctor, you was going on a tangent. No, I'm getting ready to tell you. So don't come up here and tell us about black women putting everybody down. No, we have to do a distinction of who the black women are that is trying to make a difference in the community, or making a difference in not begging and coming up here and begging and not bankrupting their membership or their people that's watching them. And we have to stop and expose the scammers. See, this is why a lot of people in the black community get away with so much, because the first thing that they do is they say, "Oh, well, leave her alone. She's doing her best, but yet her best is her being cracked out." Not talking about Jasmine, just saying an example, but yet her best is being a crackhead, and she's not taking care of her children, and everybody in the community know the fuck she is mistreating her child, and she's not doing right by her child. And not only she's not doing right by her child, but she's oozing herself, and she's not treating herself right. Instead of getting her to the nearest, trying to find some damn help for her and that baby, or at least having somebody to come in and take the child, that's going to show some type of love, and be some type of responsible for that child, while mama figure it out, until she might get off of drugs, if she doesn't have that responsibility of that child right now. And that's not saying she don't love that child. That's just saying that she might need a little help because she on drugs. But we still have to expose it. That's the problem in our families. In the black family, that's what's lacking the structure now, is because some of you are poor piss and fucking excuse makers and baiter makers, because you don't want to stand on truth and tell the truth about a bitch that ain't taking care of responsibility, and sitting up here fucking around and not handling her life goals, and not working hard to get better. Now, there are people out here that are legitimately homeless. Jasmine lived better than half of her damn membership. And for her to sit up here and beg the little people that probably don't have shit but a pot to piss in the window to throw it out of, they had the nerve to come up here and sit up here and beg people for some goddamn money for a damn second deposit that they don't normally charge you after you move in this motherfucker. They would have asked her that up front. So we're not going to play these games. Okay, so don't you get your asses up here talking about, oh well, the black woman. No, this is not. This is a thing. So if we're gonna family, black people, if we're gonna talk about things and making things right. See, this is why Umar Johnson was able to fuck a lot of us over, because his ass was scamming, and in the name of him being black, you motherfuckers was saying, "Oh well, he's a black man. We don't wanna do this," but yet he scammed. Do you know how many goddamn people he done scammed? You know how many he made millions of dollars over and over and over off of some of y'all damn asses because of the fuck that y'all didn't want to call his ass out, and people are just now calling his ass out. It had to take the goddamn IRS to fucking freeze his stupid ass accounts. But then y'all want to sit up here and tell us that we're not supposed to say nothing about our black family that's fucking up like Jasmine. Fuck y'all. I'm gonna say something about this hoe now. Okay, I'm sorry. I just got mad. Excuse me. If you don't like me talking about Jasmine, take your bitch ass somewhere else. How about that? Although I'm not gonna be talking about Jasmine slowly, we're gonna have different kind of conversations. But damn it, this one goddamn conversation we're gonna have. And as black people, we have to start being honest. Hell, when I'm wrong, I call my goddamn self out. The fuck? When I'm wrong about something, I'll apologize. Or even if somebody's feelings is hurt, I'm gonna apologize. So that's just the type of person I am. I don't purposeful come up here to scam motherfuckers. This bitch has been scamming for since she's been on this goddamn internet. And her and Libby and even fucking Chrissy ass. These hoes is moving every two to 5 months, and every time you turn around, they throwing goddamn rent parties and shit. I don't even mind a good old rent party. If Jasmine was coming up here dancing or having fun or doing something special, or even if she came up here and said, "Hey guys, everybody meet me on TikTok. We're gonna do a rent party. Y'all have y'all dollars ready." See, that's to be some shit. At least the bitch is up there dancing. She got the little lights going. You know how Yanni B used to come up here and she'll do them little disco lights or whatever that is, and then she'll come up here and start dancing and having fun. I think I seen what's that girl Lala. Lala did that too. Lala said, "Hey, I'm gonna come up here on." It was New Year's Eve. That girl came up here. She started dancing, having a good time, partying and stuff like that. Now that's cool. At least you're doing something. This bitch come up here, oh, well, it's me. You know what I mean? Have a red party. Now this is virtual red party. Just like if we were doing just like guys, everybody, crystals. If we were doing a virtual rent party, we can always do a virtual rent party for somebody. If somebody need to rent money, we'd be like, "Okay, y'all, we're gonna do a virtual rent party. That means we're gonna throw some music on. We're gonna meet everybody. We're gonna go to Instagram. We're gonna go to TikTok. We're gonna go somewhere where they won't fuck up with the music, because no YouTube be tripping with the music. And we'll go somewhere and throw a little rent party." Jasmine could easily do that, and that wouldn't be a bad thing. I wouldn't be tripping off that. "Y'all, we're gonna do a rent party for me. We're gonna do, y'all, this is what's going on right now. Y'all know Legendary is only in school for 2 hours. I can't really get a job based off no 2 hour. Only thing I can do is DoorDash y'all until he get into class or school full time." I mean, just keep, and if you want to keep it real, that's keeping it real. If that's the case, right? But then you get your little lousy ass up here and say that the fuck you doing this DoorDash and you doing this and you doing that, but you're not really doing anything. I don't believe you getting out of bed for real. Shit. I mean, I just get tired of this always making this victimhood, and I'm sick of it. And I'm sick of some of you all using being black as a weapon. And that's not right. That's not fucking right. That should some of you all come up here and try to use being, black as a weapon. That's not fair to black people that are really striving to do their very best, that's really struggling, that's really having issues. This bitch lived better than half of her goddamn membership. I know motherfuckers that Jasmine lived way better than some of these people. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gonna play these games and act like Jasmine ain't doing better. Hell, Jasmine doing better than Chrissy, if truth be told. Jasmine is doing better than Chrissy. That's just my opinion. Jasmine is doing better than Olivia. Hello? So the nerve of her to get her ass up here and start, and Olivia ain't shit either, right? But I'm just talking about on terms of financially. You know Jasmine doing better than Olivia. Look where Jasmine live at. Jasmine stay in a halfway decent house. Jasmine don't stay in no the foundation is okay in this house. Shit. Jasmine just left the money pit. She has upgraded. Hello? So y'all gonna come up here and start talking this shit about being black and how black women should put everybody down. Well, how about, bitch? If you wanna not be put down, then you have to stop mistreating the black community. You have to stop mistreating the black community. That's the problem now. Some of y'all always use your blackness as a weapon. It's not a weapon. To be black is beautiful. To be black is wonderful. And you should celebrate that every goddamn day. Don't bring your ass up here and try to weaponize being black as a weapon. Shut the fuck up. I'm sick of this shit. Some of you raggedy, nobody in the Crystal Palace, of course. I'm talking about them bitches in that chat. I'm sorry. I said I wasn't going to talk about people's other chat. But damn it, I done had enough. All right, y'all. Let's go. Whew. How you doing, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty? Jazz sure thinks that she has money to stashed up. Jasmine is, Jasmine sure is. I think that she has money stashed up, lying cow. That's what I'm saying. I'm sick of this. Every time somebody calls somebody out, every time you call somebody out when they wrong, I'm not talking about when you just make a mistake or you do something that this ain't no damn mistake. Okay, I'm not talking about somebody that that go through their own thing. We're not talking about people like that. I'm not talking about somebody that was homeless or somebody that was on drugs or had a substance abuse problem that cleaned themselves up and said, you know what, I don't want to be a crackhead no more or alcohol. Well, I don't want to be I don't want to be a functioning alcoholic anymore. I actually want to stop drinking and I want to be a recovered alcoholic. I'm not talking about those people. I'm not talking about the people that say, "Hey, I'm broke, I'm poor, I don't have a GED, I had to drop out of school, and I had to, go and work for my children." And then you being 100 years old, and you decide to go back and go get your GED and then go get your master's. I'm not talking about them people. I'm talking about the people that making sense. I'm not talking about little Pookie Ray Ray that just got out the penitentiary and it said, "Hey, you know what? I want to make a better life for my children, and I want my mama proud of me, and I'm gonna get me a little job, and I'm gonna go to a job corps, and I'm gonna work, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that, and go do it." And you done did some bad stuff in your youth. I'm not talking about them. I don't have no judgment for you. I'm gonna stand back and I'm gonna admire you and I'm gonna shake your hand. Now, as long as you ain't do nothing to no child now, but or a grape or one, you know what I mean. But I'm just saying that I'm gonna shake your hand, and I'm gonna be like, well, what little Pookie, little Ray, right? I'm not talking about you because everybody has a past. I'm not mad at that. But what I want some of y'all asses to start doing, and just not y'all, I'm just saying in general, I want people to stop using blackness as a weapon because it's not a weapon. It's a beautiful thing to be black. It's something that should be celebrated. But we can't use it as a weapon. And we can't every time we call something out that's wrong within our family. This is our family. Jasmine, whether y'all like it or not, and some of y'all gonna be mad as motherfucker. Okay. But for the Caucasians or the non-other race or the non-blacks, Jasmine is a part of a nationwide sisterhood. Unfortunately, that and she's part of the black sisterhood. Now she's a part of the sisterhood because we all women in here. Not most of us are, and because of that, we have to pull each other's coattails and sharpen steel. And what we're not gonna do is make excuses for her being fucked up. Okay. And has Jasmine done some improve? Is Jasmine channel look better than it used to? Yeah, sure. She not rolling down the walls anymore, but she still the energy is still there though. Even though her channel doesn't look as worse as it used to look, she still it's still the same energy though. Now is she displaying the same energy wise? Yes, to me, because I read energy, right? But what I'm saying is she's not showing all the stuff she used to show. She is showing the children from behind. Now that's some little sick shit. But um I'm just saying that we can't act like, it's hard to look past somebody. It's hard to say, well, that's Jasmine's past because her past keeps recreating itself. It keeps coming out. We keep seeing the past over and over and over again. And don't come up here and start talking to me about, oh, Dr. A, you a black woman and you was a freedom fighter. Why are you talking about here? You know, I took that shit before. I listened to people say that because I felt like, well, I felt guilty. Man, I'm gonna talk to y'all for real. I really felt guilty about talking about Jasmine for a little while. That's kind of another reason why I kind of chilled back. I said, well, maybe I should just react to her differently. But fuck that. This type of shit that just makes me really want to react on her because this shit ain't normal. This is not normal to beg every day. And there's people up here that'll ask for donate, that'll put their cash. There's nothing wrong with you putting your cash up. I don't think it's anything wrong with nobody putting your cash up there. I don't think it's anything wrong with that. It's not. But the problem is when you keep begging everybody all the time, it just doesn't make no sense. Do you understand that money makes money? What does that mean? That means that the fact that I don't even have to ask for money, that's when I get donations. I get people to come into my store, they be like, hey, I want to buy this, hey, I want to buy that. I don't beg people. I just sit the sign out there. I give them a choice, like, here, this is what I offer. Come over here and get it. I will post, I market stuff. This bitch she keeps talking about she an entrepreneur. Where is she a goddamn entrepreneur? She's not. Is she paying YouTube to post her videos? Is she paying Google to post her videos to get more people to come around to get interested in the bullshit she's doing? No, she's not doing none of that. Is she going to a job? Is she going to anybody and say, hey guys, I can actually do your logos? Hey guys, I can do. She's not doing none of this shit. So how the fuck is how listen, how am I wrong for talking about her? I want y'all to tell me how the fuck am I wrong for talking about this girl where she did, and don't tell me about no being blacklist because I'm the blackest you gonna see. So shut the fuck up, okay? Show lame asses up with that shit. Try to make me feel guilty about talking about her when the fuck her ass is begging and fucking and scamming people. The fuck? That's what's wrong with happened with Umar. Umar Ben should have been called the fuck out a long fucking time ago. Period. But y'all just kept letting this nigga. I'm sorry. Y'all just kept letting this dude ride. When clearly he bought the raggediest school, the broken down school that he could have possibly buy that had no interest of upgrading. The goddamn electricity wasn't even on. You couldn't even get the damn electricity because it wasn't fit for human waste to be up in there. Now, why wouldn't he have gotten a school? He could have started an online school or he could have rented out an office space. And he could have paid himself and paid him a couple of employees. He could have he had a great concept, a great idea, but the wrong fucking man. Who the fuck want to send their damn children or son to his lame ass to be not shit like him? The fuck? Y'all gonna make me mad. Let's go. Just right. Girl, let's go.
Other black women putting them down and don't even know the business. Please act like you had time before and need help. And it's like the difference is that I'm asking a platform instead of me. Like, okay, for example, back in the day, I was in AAU. I was a child at AAU. We literally stood on the corner for hours because we didn't have enough money to go to a basketball tournament. Hours, bitch, hours, shaking a basketball with signs asking to help us get to nationals. We were.
It was nothing wrong with that. Hello, wait a minute, Jasmine, bitch. What was nothing wrong with you and your team going out there, putting up signs, doing car washes, doing all kind, doing righteous things that children or schools do for fundraisers for you all to be able to go to nationals. People will get behind that. I don't think it was anything wrong with you all doing that. So how dare you? No, you're not doing anything like that because that would make more sense of what they're doing as opposed to your ass going out here right now and what you're doing is bankrupting people because you do it over and over. You haven't done this just once or twice or once a year. Maybe I can look past it if you did once a year. Or you're not even asking the right questions. The right question is like, where the fuck can you get an application at? Who is hiring? You keep saying, oh guys, I did fill out for a job. I filled out for a job application. Nobody called me back. You know what? If nobody's calling you back, it's because your own fault. Because your ass done fucked up. Because you didn't fuck. I mean, done messed up. Because you sat up here on YouTube and embarrassed your whole ass and embarrassed yourself and sat up here and embarrassed your children consistently. You still embarrassing your children. Okay, you embarrassed Kaylin letting her come up here and read. You know that was wrong. I ain't gonna go there, but you know that was wrong. You embarrass yourself when you shitting and pissing on the damn toilet right on social the fuck media. You've embarrassed Aiden and Derry over and over and over by not their hair not being combed and your daughter's hair not being combed, putting that old heavy ass hair on their head and filming them from behind and letting them get in the tub and filming that. Wow, how the freak is that content? It's not. Why do grown ass people such as myself or anybody else with some common decencies want to see a child in a tub? The ideal of that is appalling. Do you understand that? Like that doesn't make no damn sense. Like I don't even like talking to people when I'm using the when I'm naked. Do you understand the energy behind that? Especially I would tell people, hey, I'm gonna call you back. I'm getting dressed. I'll call you back. You know what I'm saying? Now if it's one thing if I'm putting lotion on and my clothes is halfway on or something like that, but mine to be naked, I mean, they can't see me, but that's not the point. That's the energy of it. I don't want to tell them. And then you telling me, I don't want people to picture me naked of, you know what I mean? Not that they want me, but you know what I mean? That's just, come on, your daughter's the illusion. Like it's about perception. And why would you want your children to be perceived in that way? Do you know this is a sick mfing world, that it's a lot of sickos out here, and the compromising positions that you have placed your children in and your so-called men in? Like, Jasmine, come on now. Like, you should be getting you a fucking job. So I'm supposed to listen, man. Job, Jasmine, just like I got a little part-time job. Well, when a contracting position, a contractor, and I go out there when I fucking can. When I know when I need that extra little some little change, I'm gonna get that extra change. That's what the fuck I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? Especially when it's something that I like doing. It ain't like it's some shit I don't want to do. You gotta ask, you gotta question yourself, and you gotta question yourself. You gotta look into yourself. You gotta look into the depths of your soul. You gotta ask yourself, like, what is appropriate for a black single mother? Like, what is appropriate for how do you talk about a black single mother who begs all the time? We all have at least in some of y'all white folks, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. You got at least one damn person in non-black. You got at least one damn person in your damn family that's gonna always fucking beg. And after a while, that shit gets old after a while. And you have to start calling little Virginia out. Like Virginia, you know what, Virginia, you need to have an intervention with her ass. That's what we doing right now. We're having an intervention with Miss Jasmine Dukes, okay? Um just like you have to call little Virginia out, you might have to do an intervention and say, hey there, Virginia. What I noticed here, though, like last year, you asked us for all of money, and then 2 years ago, you asked us for money. Now we don't now shook. Now this is how my little white home girl from from she stay around the corner from my business. Well, I don't can I call my home girl? She one of my clients. I'm just gonna call her my client. That's really what she is. But when people get service from me, they end up being cool with me for some reason. But anyway, she's like, Shook. That's how she talk, y'all. She be like, Shook. I'm gonna do her voice, okay? She's like, Shook. She's straight Caucasian, from the Caucasus Mountains. Like, I'm not kidding. And she's like the whitest girl I ever met. I met some white girls, but she's like the whitest girl I ever met in my life. Anyway, she's like, Shook, darling. Now, we done gave you $300. We done raised 500, and Charlie gave you half of his retirement check, and then someone else had to, recoup that retirement check. Now, Suge, darling, now we're not gonna keep doing this. Now we didn't pay the little money to get you now, and we didn't help you with daycare with all of your children. They are so precious, and we done did all what we had to do for you, but we just can't do it no more. We just can't afford to keep giving you. Now times is getting hard now. I just can't do it. Now we have to sit down and work out a payment plan for you to be able to afford all of your bills. Now we're gonna have to talk about that. Now maybe we can help you with accountants. Maybe we can become your accountant. Now we're not trying to run your life there, but obviously you need help because you keep asking us for money. So after a while, Jasmine, somebody needs to probably claim you and your children on them taxes. We're not talking about Philip or Hannah. We're not talking about your mammy or Philip mama. Nobody need to claim no more taxes. Those people in your chat need to claim you motherfuckers. You and your children for all the taxes because this is what you do. You know, you have a birthday party, give me some money. You have a damn housewarming when you move, give me some damn money. You have a water bill that is $1,000, give me some money. It's like, girl, what are you doing with your money? What are you doing at this point? Now, I'm not a pocket watcher. Now, I'm not a pocket watcher. I don't watch everybody's pockets. That's not what Dr. A does over here. I'm not, listen, if you know how to get out and get your money and get out and get something, I'm a four run believer in that. But what I'm not a believer in is to constantly keep asking motherfuckers for money. Okay? Can't keep doing that every 3 months. Because you just asked somebody a month before that, you asked somebody to pay down your water bill. Remember, you said, God, Suge, my water bill is high. No, Jasmine, my water bill is high. I gotta pay my water bill, guys. I need to make something wrong with the water bill. They had to come here and fix it. Why is it always something? Now, trust me, I understand about the water bill there because every 5 seconds they got a water leak. And they're cutting the water off tomorrow. They've already let us know, like, hey, we're gonna cut your water off. We're gonna cut everybody's water off in your building and next door and around the corner, because I have water leak and it happened to be right in front. Now y'all know I just had a water leak, pipes burst. Y'all already know that. They got patched it up, they hooked it up. I'm good, right? So now they have to go over there and they had to cut it off for like an hour and they fixed it, whatever. But I'm just saying that kind of stuff happens, so that can possibly run up your water. Did it run up? Did it affect my water? No, it did not run up my water, y'all. To be honest, my water is the same. It did not run up my water. But hey, what do I know? It can happen. I've heard other people say, well, hey, their water bill shut up when they had some issues with the water. I understand that. But damn, it's always something. She's like, my gas bill, can't get my gas on. I need a new gas. I need a new gas. Then people was donating to get her gas cut on. Remember? She's like, oh, guys, I owe bill from the old place. Then they donated for that. Then she's like, well, I need a washer and dryer. Then she bought that little baby one. Then she went to Renter Center and allegedly somebody gave her money for that. I'm just, come the fuck on. Like, Philip's family is, which is, grandmother and father thing that they're doing, and that's great that they're doing it. I mean, they don't get no cookie for that because that's they people, right? Your children are they little people, right? But I'm just saying, then they're paying for all the children clothes. I don't know how, for how long, but for the beginning of school year, I'll say, because she confirmed this, they paid for Caitlin, they paid for Amaya, they paid for the twins get clothes, shoes, book bags, and etc. Socks, draw, whatever. And then all you had to do was legendary. So you mean to tell me that you didn't have any money left over after you just got a little legendary? You didn't get all the children clothes, right? You just got legendary clothes, right? Plus, everybody had to have their hair done. You didn't pay for that. Philip did that, right? So I'm just trying to figure out where did all this money go? Because every 5 seconds, I swear to God, you're always asking people for money. That you don't think you need to sit down and find out where your money going. I can tell you one thing. I can tell you one thing where your money's going. You need to stop buying shit off of TikTok. You probably have a lot more. I promise you will save so much money. You need to, right now, maybe you need to stay out of the YMCA because you obviously cannot afford the YMCA. Oh, and another thing, until you can get all your money up, you might need to drop out of basketball for a little while until you can get your money up. Because why the fuck are you asking people to pay for you to live if you are paying for stuff that you just don't need right now. I'm not saying everybody needs a hobby. I disagree with I'm home on that. Everybody does need a hobby. There's nothing wrong with her having a hobby, but what I'm saying is she can't afford it. She's not living great and good enough to be having a hobby right now. She's gonna have to spend a little bit more time working to go ahead and ensure that she doesn't have to keep asking people for anything. It gets annoying after a while, Jasmine. You don't know how to read the fucking room when somebody is fucking tired of you asking for fucking money.
It's the same situation. We're just asking for donations, asking for help. But because they didn't know us and they just drive off, they didn't have time to judge us. But because we're on a public platform and y'all have time to actually sit here and comment, talk shit, that's the only difference right now. That's literally the only difference. But it's like,
No, that's not the only difference. The only difference is that your team, the team, I'm almost sure, and I can safely say this, they're not going back and forth. They're not coming into your the team is not coming up every week asking for money for their uniforms or every 2 to 3 months or every month. Probably you probably doing this once a year. I'm almost sure you're probably doing once a year. Y'all do some type of fundraiser, and there's nothing wrong with you all doing a fundraiser. Even if you have to do a fundraiser twice a year, it's nothing wrong with it. That's a team. Those are children. It's nothing wrong with that. It's different ways that When I was in high school, I was on the drill team. Yes, I was, and we did fundraisers. We did like I think we did like one fundraiser, and yeah, we pretty much did one fundraiser a year, and that's how we got to travel. And our parents had to contribute money or whatever ways to ensure that we were able to go on our trips. We were able to get our uniforms. Our parents would sew uniforms. I mean, my mother was like that mother. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that it just does. It makes no sense, Jasmine. I don't know if you understand that is not the only difference, baby. Those were children, and you a big ass grown ass lady. See, part of the problem is you have not grown up. You have not grown up since the tender age of fucking high school. And a lot of people say you're stuck in college. I disagree. I think you're stuck in high school. I think you're still stuck at like I would say about 16. I would say you're stuck in a 16-year-old's mind state. Olivia, 12. You're 16, so you're older than her, okay? I would still say that. I think you're still stuck in that space. And that's an unfortunate for you, okay? That's an unfortunate that you don't have God given sense to just understand, like, look, I got to do something better. Like, I don't want to keep asking these people for money. I'm tired of asking for money. I would be so frustrated and angry with myself if I have to keep on asking people for money. I hate asking people for stuff. You know what I'm saying? I try to work hard for it. I know how to get out there. I'm like, okay, so I have a slow week in my business, so I know, so I know that I'm gonna have to go and do something else. I know that I'm gonna have to, work my gig, my contract. I have to do my contract. I'm gonna have to get out there and get it. It's no problem. It's no problem. I don't. It ain't even a second thought. You hear me? It's not even a second thought. I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel less than. I know that I'm in a position, fortunately, because I homeschool my son, that I can't have like a regular job to work from home. I'm in my business. You know what I mean? I can't even do that. I do my business. You know what I mean? And so then after a certain period of time, during certain days a week, I'll probably go into my I probably work 3 or 4 times a month. It just kind of depends on what's going on. You know what I mean? And my husband carry the weight of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I'm not understanding what is the issue with her just getting a part-time job. I don't know if they are allergic to hard work. I don't know what it is with these bitches on this on this internet. I don't know what it is. I know I've seen a decline once COVID happened. I've noticed a lot of people just really doing social media and not working. And I don't think it's anything wrong with social media, but unfortunately, social media for some people is beautiful, right? Some people are like making millions of dollars hand over fist, like no problem. Like they're like tapping the computer and making fucking $1 million. And I see some other people that's making thousands of dollars a month, and they're able to pay all of their bills. They live within respect. If they want extra, they know how to go get it. I'm just not understanding. She's not getting by, y'all. She's not getting about on YouTube alone. She's not getting by with YouTube and DoorDash, and she's not getting about on that. Now she's not, y'all. She's not. So I'm just saying, if it's not working, what is the big deal about getting a part-time job or figuring out something that she can do from home if she can't afford daycare? If she is worried about legendary, if she talks to that job, like she gets hired on, she's like, look, I have to pick up my children at 5 o'clock, so I have to be off. Maybe I can cut my shift in half or something like that. A lot of jobs will work with you, and if they don't, then find one that will. I'm just, oh my God, this is just not rocket scientists. And don't get your ass up here and start talking to me about black matters, because this is a black matter. And we have to deal with this. It's a people matter, a black matter because I'm black and because she black, but it's a people matter. There's just some lazy ass people. It's just lazy ass people in everybody's race. And that's just it. We see them all the fucking time. We're not gonna play. This is not a black issue. Okay. So don't get your ass up here and start talking to me about being black and all this other type of stuff. I've been black longer than some of you motherfuckers on here. Okay. And it just doesn't make sense that this woman keeps getting up here and begging people to give money. It's just utterly ridiculous. And we have to talk about this family. Okay, we have to talk about this. And I've tried. This whole month, I've really been very light. When I have came up here, I have been very light on Jasmine. I have given her a real diverse, healing, non-abrasive, healing type of conversation. But today, gloves is fucking off. Like, I don't know what you expect people to do. This doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. And then to sit up here and compare herself to being in high school, about somebody's a team raising funds, that is something totally different than the shit she's talking about. First of all, her children aren't always there. They're more over their father's house than or at her house. Okay. Secondary, nobody taught her to make legendary. She could, or she gonna have to either make Chris sit on the pot or get off. Make his ass pay child support. If that's his child, then go not working out no payment. Why you making it convenient for him? Who the fuck is he? He's not your husband. He's not doing anything extra for you than he's doing for those other children. So what makes you think that you're not going, why wouldn't you make him pay child support? Child support is not a scam. The way that some laws of child support is scam-ish. Some things within child support is not fair for certain people for on both ends. On both ends. However, that is, child support was set up, it has a good principle. Child support was set up to make people to take care of their responsibilities, whether you are a male or a female, because not all women have custody of their children, Olivia. So people have to be able to take care of their child. Now if you're able to work something out and sit down like grown adults and go, okay, I would like, the system says I can get $500 a month. So let's give me $500 a month. I accept, but you need to take care of medical, or I got medical because I have a better job than you. My medical benefits are way better for our child. So so since I'm not having you to pay medical, then can you pay me an extra 50? The medical that's going to come out of my check is going to be a little bit more. You understand what I'm saying? It's not really that difficult. And then you talk to the arbitrator and you go, okay, okay, okay. I mean, goddamn. Or talk to the judge, whoever is over it. Okay. But when it starts to become a situation where what makes it wrong, what makes aspects of it, some of it wrong, is where people start holding it over your head on whether or not you having a relationship on both ends. So because that person lost their job, and there's no way for them to be able, they can't find a second job, or they're having a hard time in finding a job for whatever reason. So I think that if you are in, I mean, it's just everything, no system is going to be perfect, we know this, but I think that there should be some leeway. Okay, so if you are a parent that's paying child support, then and you lost your job, then and you already on and dealing with it, they should have a special some type of a counselor, just like they do for unemployment, and say, okay, let me help you find a job. You get what I'm saying? Because there are people out there that legitimately was paying child, but then they get all the way backtracked, and then they got to pay that big lump sum. I mean, it just is what it is. But I think there should be they should be able to help them to pay child support. And then if they get unemployment, then maybe making the unemployment more or something like that, so they can be able to take that child, some of that money out to pay that child support. I'm just saying, no system is perfect. It's just certain aspects of it I know that could possibly happen that is wrong. Or it's certain principles, like, okay, define, like, what child support should be spent on. That should be I don't again, when I work with child support, they didn't really discuss all of that, but it should be basically taking care of the child. Now, to what degree is that? Can you, whether it's male or female, I'm equal opportunity over here. I know some of y'all want me to be all women, this, that. I'm equal opportunity. I feel like if it's wrong, whether women do it or men do it, it's just wrong. It's wrong, right? All right. Um, but maybe, what I'm saying, okay, so what constitutes child support? Can you pay your electric bill for child support? Like if you have a electric bill of $120 and you get $500 of child support, are you supposed to, can you take $162 to pay your electric bill because your child is getting the child or bit or not? I don't know. So these are things that have to be discussed. I'm just saying, I think it should be a way to make it all parties, not saying all parties are going to agree, but it should be something where something should be within the system that will could help both parties. So a person, I don't know. Um, I'm trying to express it, but this is one of those. This is a controversial topic. I don't know why it's controversial, but it seems to be for some people. Um, but there should be something where that can be discussed. Now, I know in certain cities, I was talking to some people in New York, and they said in New York they have all that where you have to, show, you know what I mean. So, should mothers or fathers who are receiving child support, should they show like what they spent the child support on? I kind of agree with that. I kind of think that that's not a bad thing, but then it's kind of like you're policing the child support. I don't know. Again, these are things that should be discussed. I think this should be open up for discussion. Like, okay, so if you're paying child support, do you get to claim the child on taxes sometimes? You know what I mean? These are conversations that have to be brought up. So that's what I mean. I shouldn't say, I will walk the back when I said the some of it. I'm not gonna say scam. I'm gonna say some of it is not. It need to be reviewed. So I'm walking it back. So that's not what I meant. That was poor choice of words. Okay. So the better way of saying it is that it needs to be reviewed. Like child support should be reviewed, and in states. That way it could make sense for the child. So we want to ensure that the child is actually reaping the benefits of the child support. Like if the child is a child, the mom can't do the hair or whatever, or the child needs transportation back and forth, or the child, you know what I mean? So the child needed their hair done or some school clothes, and the child shouldn't have to worry about school clothes because they're getting child support. You understand what I'm saying? So the child should have school clothes because they're receiving child support. And so maybe during certain times of the year, the father has to kick in, or the parent, the non-custodial parent, may have to kick in a little bit more during times. So maybe they come together to make sure to ensure the child has clothes or school books or notebooks or school supplies in general. and extra curricular activities. So it's just something on that child support that has to be. I think it should be uh, it's got to be done a little bit better though, in my opinion. This is all my opinion. And I know some of y'all gonna disagree, and that's fine. If you think you like the way child support is going now, that's cool. I'm not mad at you for thinking child support is great, if that's your opinion. Um, but anyway, um, so things like that. So it's like, the point is I'm trying to make is that Jasmine has to make everybody, just like Philip having the children more. If he's having the children more, then why? Then she really should be paying child support, right? If he has the children way more than her, then she should be paying him child support. Number one, if she has legendary, Chris should be paying child support. Not no, I'm gonna give you money when I want to give you money, because obviously he's not giving her money. Obviously, it shows. It shows. Okay, y'all, let's continue.
It is what it is. They're gonna talk shit regardless. Closed mouth don't get fed.
Okay, so let me comment about that. She says, "Closed mouth don't get fed." Well, non-working bitches don't either. Bitches who can't keep jobs and bitches who don't want to get out there and go get it don't get paid either. And begging don't get paid either. Because that wears out after a while. Because after a while, people are going to get tired of you. But because you have new people from TikTok that don't know and understand, they may give you some money because you created a new audience, right? So after a while, that gets tiresome. People are gonna get tired of you begging. Okay, you wear out your welcome. It's just like staying at somebody's house. And after a while, after 2 days, they looking like, okay, you go to somebody's house, you say, okay, can I just stay? Can I spend the night? And the person spend over your house, and it's like the second day, and you looking at your watch, you looking at them, you looking at your refrigerator, you looking at them, and you see your food going, and you see the fuck your house is looking a little bit out of whack because this motherfucker freeloaded son of a bitch is still at your house. You like, bitch, what time you leaving? What day are you leaving? I'm gonna leave I'm gonna leave on Friday. Oh, okay. Oh, Friday. Okay, cool. That's what's up. Okay, so you're gonna leave Friday. All right, cool. I see. What time Friday? I'm gonna leave at 12 o'clock. Uh, a.m. p.m. I'm gonna leave about a.m. I mean, no, p.m. You mean a.m.? Oh yeah. Okay. I'll leave it a.m. Okay, so I'll see you there. Okay, no problem. So you going back to Johnny house, right? Yeah. No. I'm gonna go over Brenda house. Why you can't go back to Johnny house? Oh, well, I can't. Uh, Yeah, I don't know. I'm homeless. Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that, but thank you. I'll drop you over at Brittany's house if you like. No, you don't have to do. No. I insist. I insist. Better yet, you can start packing your stuff up this week. Cause I seen how you unloaded your stuff. You might want to start packing it up because on Friday at 11 a.m. I'm gonna be dropping you off. I got something to do that day, so I'm not gonna be waiting around for you. Thank you very much. You know what I mean? Come on now. You don't know when the fuck you wearing out your welcome. I'm trying to tell you, you don't know when you wearing out your welcome. You don't get that. You don't have the energy to understand. You don't have you just don't, either you don't give a fuck or you just stupid.
Yeah, my cash app is pinned. I love the Lord pinned it down below. Thank you. Hope you have a nice day. It's a beautiful day. It ain't got hot yet like it was yesterday. Y'all, that's another thing. And I was like, bro, it was so hot because I wanted to go live, but it was too hot and I needed my phone to keep charging. My car said 106 degrees and I had sweat dripping down my leg because I was sitting in traffic and it was just dripping. Jazz, what do you think about thugging them, telling them, wait, what are you talking about? You have a nice day too. Jazz, what is your cash app? I will do what I can. I'm a senior citizen. Oh, thank you so much. You don't have to. If you don't have, like, I'm not, like I said, I'm not asking or forcing anybody. But I,
But you are asking because you just said that everybody give you $5, but because people started clowning you about it, then you're gonna try to walk it back. Just like I had to walk back that child support comment. I had to kind of define. I had to communicate it a lot better because that was poor communication in the way that I originally delivered it. You don't have to call me out. I call myself out. People kill me. Bitch, you ain't go call me out. I'm gonna call myself out. The fuck? Shut the fuck up. Anyway, I'm just saying. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like if he was paying child support, this would be the last thing that you would have to worry about. You would have the extra $300 that you can really use. You know what I mean? It's not like they're not tracking what you spend child support on at this time. So if I was you, I would be getting it right now because after you have to start paying child after you by the time you start trying to get child support from Chris, what's gonna happen is they're gonna be tracking what the fuck you doing with it, and they're gonna fuck around and do something and penalize you for not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean with it. I'm just saying, Jasmine. It's just not. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. But girl, I don't know, boo boo. You gonna do you anyway, right? You're gonna do everything that you're gonna always go above and beyond to justify the bullshit that you do. And it's that's you. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? And the rest of people who lack lack sense is gonna do it for you too. Shit, you know. I don't know. I just come from a school when I get called, I call myself out. I know when I'm wrong most of the time. Most of the time, not all the time. Most of the time, I don't feel like I'm wrong. But sometimes I'll be like, fuck you, I'm not wrong. You know what I mean? But sometimes I'll be wrong and I know when I'm wrong. And then sometimes I got to be a grown woman, and when somebody feel wrong, sometimes I apologize. Some days I'll be like, bitch, I don't know. You need to start your healing process. I mean, look, I didn't do anything to you. All I said was blah blah blah. You got to figure that out. You know what I mean? I work with you. I work you through it, but I'm not going to keep dealing with it, honestly. But anyway, let's continue. We ain't got time for this.
I love the Lord. She pinned it down below. But I appreciate anything. I'm from Texas. Y'all got AC, but it was so hot. Like the AC just wasn't AC because it was so fucking hot. Maybe I had tent on my windows. It would make a
And
difference.
then also, now you want 10 for your windows too? I don't know. And Jasmine, you might not even be asking people for 10 on your windows, but girl, you just didn't ask for some outrageous shit. You the type of neighbor that hate to see your ass coming because here you come, you be asking for unreasonable things like, can I get your passcode to your internet? Bitch, no, you can't have a passcode to my fucking internet. Are you dumb? Like, you know what I mean? Like, can I borrow your TV? No, you can't use my damn TV. Can I get your couch? I just be using it for 10 days. I'll get it back as soon as I get my register to go. You just ask for unreasonable things. Like that is unreasonable. Oh my god. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Hey girl, I haven't seen your name pop up in a minute. Roshika. What is that? Hey from Scotland. Hey, drop in the comments where everybody is. I'm curious. I'm curious to know where everyone is at. Where are you from?
Okay, so everybody that's over there with Jasmine, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you something that you probably don't know. Okay, listen, everybody that supports Jasmine, listen. I know I've said today. I probably said some crazy shit to you, Jay. I don't apologize. I will only apologize to the ones that I'm not referring to the people that don't react on Jasmine that like Jasmine. I'm not referring to the other reactors, but I am referring to the motherfuckers that was giving her money for no reason. Again, because I don't disrespect other reactors. So I'm not talking about y'all, but okay. However, let me go into something real quick. Okay, so as I was stating, Jasmine, for everybody that's listening, especially people that's in her chat. Again, I know I spoke some words, so strong power today. I know I did a sisterhood call today, and it was really positive, and then I come over here and go the fuck off. I was trying not to. I really do. I really was. I promise you, I was trying to. But it's just when you say this ignorant shit and just start throwing in uh my race, and why I shouldn't, have a conversation about somebody in my race that's doing some bullshit, that's doing some fucked up shit that's embarrassing us. She's not just embarrassing one person; she's embarrassing us all, y'all. So, unfortunately, we have to talk about it, okay? But just a key here. Jasmine, listen. Jasmine does not give a fuck about where none of y'all live at. Jasmine doesn't care where you live at. Jasmine just wants your cash app. She just wants you to send her money so she can do God knows whatever she has to do. I do not believe it has anything to do with her rent. I do not believe that. I do not believe that. I do not believe that whatsoever. So when you see her with new tires or new class or new this or new that, now if this bitch come back up here with some new clothes, shut y'all ass up. I don't want to hear it. If this bitch come back up here with a new clothes, or this bitch have a new something on her car, or she has some new furniture or something like that. Don't y'all say shit because she done took this damn money, bought some furniture. She just should have said this is what she needed. But because we clowned her so bad about that getting new furniture and leaving the old furniture behind instead of bringing that shit with her and leaving all that bullshit in that apartment that people was gracious enough to even give to her, she's not grateful at all. Because if she was grateful, she would carry herself a little bit better. She would thank her supporters. Again, there's nothing wrong with people asking for a step up, not a step a hand up and not a hand out. Okay, it is a difference. I mean, I don't know what the fuck you want me to say. It's really strange to support somebody that doesn't have love for you unless you're giving her money. It's not like you eating her cooch. You're not eating her cooch. You're not laying in bed with her and her cooch. You're not doing none of that. You're not laying with her. You're not laying down with her. You're not looking into her eyes. God, I gotta. I'm trying not to have this little accent, but it just kind of comes. I'm trying to work on that because I don't sound like I'm from St. Louis anymore. It's like leaving me here. Listen, the point is that we're not having nobody's is well, I don't know, maybe somebody is over there in her chat having, looking on the cooch or something. Maybe they're getting laying down with her. I don't know. Whatever it is, because I'm not gonna insult her and call her an animal. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not talking. See, I've not said anything about Jasmine's looks. I haven't said anything about her face. That's why I stopped making it big because I don't want to look at it. I'm just saying that I'm not even calling. I don't even think Jasmine's ugly. I know some of y'all gonna be mad because I don't think Jasmine's ugly. I think that what's on the inside of her just comes out sometime, and I think it because she comes off very ungrateful. I know I have a foul mouth at times. I get it, and I know some of y'all like Dr. A has a foul mouth at times. I do. I do sometimes. I do. You're correct. Do I all the time? No, I do not. Can I do a show without cursing? Yes, I can. I just can't right now. This is what and I know sometimes it comes off like, oh, Dr. A, you kind of going there, but sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes we have to speak frank to people, and we do have to use a language that they understand. If I was speaking French, if I was speaking to a Frenchman, then I would try my best to articulate French. Okay, so if I was speaking German to a German person, then I would try my best to use German. Okay. If I was speaking to a Spanish speaking person, it depends on what type of Spanish I had to speak. I would do my best to learn how to speak Spanish to that person so we heard them and I can have a conversation. Okay. So with Jasmine, I'm just speaking to language that she's accustomed to and language she speaks for herself. I have to talk to her in a way where she understands me. If I just say queen, I mean, I don't want to call her a queen because that's me really going off on her. QUAN, which is, they used to call QUAN, queen, that queen, a prostitute. Okay, so I don't want to call her that because I don't think Jasmine is a prostitute. That's not. That's she's not that. At least I don't think so. I don't know. I might not know. Maybe I'm about to walk that back later. But as of right now, I don't think she is right. So I don't call her queen. I don't even call her empress or sister. Every now and then I might slip and say because I have a habit of calling, people that, but I don't mean it. Well, I mean she is our sister technically, but not. I don't call her sister though. I'll call her sis. You know what I mean? The point is I'm trying to make is that she calls herself these and hoes and she calls herself all kind of egregious names, and I have honestly tried to come up here and not call her that, but she calls herself that. She's like a be like her. They always get up here and say a be like them. And then they mad when people call them B's and H's. Like that's what you are, that's what you call yourself. I don't call myself a B. So when someone chooses to call me a H or a B, those are fighting words. Those are words that like when I don't want to see you in life. I don't like you. Don't come up to my channel. We don't have nothing to say to each other. I don't even speak. I don't want to speak to you. If that was the type of language that somebody would call me, you know what I'm saying? I want to do with that person. That's the point I'm trying to make. But that's what they call each other. They be like, bitch, like that. I don't like that. I'm not no B. I'm not no H. I ain't none of that. My name is Dr. A or Mir, whatever. Along those lines, I'm not no bad name. That's just not. I wasn't called that. My name means. Let me tell you what my whole entire name means for those in the back, in the front, in the side, and everywhere you go. My name, Amira, means princess, leader, ruler. My name is of substance, which is why I selected. Okay. My middle name means understanding your history or your past in order to move forward. That's what Sankofa means. Go watch the damn movie. That's a movie called Sankofa. My last name is Kwali. That means seeker of fucking truth. Okay. My name has meaning. Okay. And so bitch is a dog, a female dog. I ain't no female fucking dog. And a hoe, I don't sell my body. And I ain't never sold my body.
And I want to know what the temperature is out there. I'll subscribe. Yes, subscribing. That. Thank you. Subscribing and sharing my video also helps. Like if you don't have to donate, if you want to just help contribute to my channel, I appreciate it. Frank, you don't. Hold on. There you go. Curly sent $15. She said thank
Well being ran dry. Okay.
you. She said you're so strong. Damn, I keep trying to read it, but keep disappearing. God got you. Thank you so much. I'm in Houston. Let me go back up. I missed a couple. Scotland. Austin, Texas. You're in Austin, Jessica?
Shoot, don't you tell her you're in Austin. She'll be like, can I meet you somewhere so you can give me some money? I'm pulling up on you. Put some respect on my name. Hey, put some respect on my name. Hey, I'm telling you, some people I just would never run into. If I don't like somebody, I don't want to run into you. And it's not because I'm going to do anything to you. I don't get down like that. I got shit to lose, right? I just don't want. I don't want nothing to do with you. Once I done fell out with you, or once we have a problem, or once I don't like you. How about once I don't like your ass? I don't want shit to do with you. I don't want to see you. I don't want you around me. You are dead to me. I'm just telling you how my mind is, and I'm telling you that I would never want to run into Jasmine or Olivia. I'm not saying they're dead to me. They really didn't do anything to me. Um like that. I shouldn't say that. But I just don't want nothing to do with them. So I would never show up in Jasmine's city for her. If I have to go to Austin, Texas, or somewhere around there, it would not be to see Jasmine. If I so happen to, hopefully I never do in life. I wouldn't say shit to her, and it's not me being no punk. It's just what do we have to say? If she spoke to me, I'll say something probably, but not come up on me. But I don't. Why would she? I'm not Olivia. She got shit to lose too. So it made no sense. So I don't. So I don't know. I don't really feel. I don't feel all the way comfortable with. Um. I don't feel comfortable with a lot of these. With. Hmm. I just wouldn't. I would have to get to know you first before we start doing meetups. You know what I'm saying? I gotta talk to you on phone for a little while. We gotta, what I'm saying, chill out for a little while. I don't know about that meetup shit. Now, it gotta be, it gotta take me time because see, I'm paranoid a little bit. You know what I mean? I done been through some shit in my life. I'm telling you. And I'm real funny about that meetup shit. We got to work our way into it because mm. So her saying talking about her being in Austin. Shit, Jasmine, you fuck around if you want to.
How you charge your phone though? It's so my phone is charging on my car mount, but I feel like and it's crazy because I was talking to one of my teammates who was at the gym before our game, and we were talking about how our phone because it's been so hot.
Okay, that's another thing. Okay, Jasmine, you talking to a teammate or you going to play on the team, ma'am? I think you need to spend some of that time in getting a job. While them children or at a game, you need to probably ask your brother, your soon to be sister in law. Maybe they can, watch a little legendary in the evening time while you go work. Or maybe when he get out of school, midway, whatever, excuse me, their schedule's like, ask them to watch legendary. Beg your mama, tell her you sorry because legendary is probably a little bit more easier for her. Maybe legendary and one of the older girls can go over there with you. Kaylin is actually old enough to babysit if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? But you might need to miss some of these children games because you might need to work. That's what might need to happen because you asking for a lot of money. And when you start asking people for money, I'm gonna start trying to tell you what to do with your life. Because I figured that you don't know. I'm gonna make some suggestions. You ask me for some damn money, I'm gonna say, what the fuck are you doing with your money? Now, money here and there, $20 here and there, $10, here and there, and then you pay me back. But you're not paying none of these people back, Jasmine. You asking for donation. You ain't asking for to pay people back. You asking for straight up money. That's some bullshit. What the fuck? I mean, and it's not even once or twice. Goddamn, I ain't never seen nobody ask for money as much as I can. You ask for more. You ask for just as much money as Umar Johnson do, and that's some bullshit. He should have already been shut down a long goddamn time ago. I'm mad at that. Anyway, let's continue. Anybody got time? Sorry, y'all. My bad. I was trying to get this plug. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get this. I ain't gonna call her no hoe. I'm gonna have to call her. She's not really. I can't call Jasmine hoe. I'm. I mean, she calls herself a bitch, but I'm gonna have to find a name that I can call her on. I mean, I'm gonna have to. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna say Jasmine. Um, but I really shouldn't be calling her a hoe because I can't necessarily call her a hoe. It is, I mean, Olivia, I can, maybe even Chrissy, but Jasmine, I really can't call her a hoe. At least Jasmine tries to get in relationships though, y'all. We have our struggles with Jasmine. We talk about her and a lot of her imperfections. I mean, we are imperfect people, right? But one thing I can say about Jasmine is that at least she tries to get in a relationship with somebody. They might not be no good, but nevertheless, at least she'll try to get in a relationship and try to create a family with that particular person. At least the fuck she do that. Some of these, but I mean, everybody's free to, I take that back. Everybody's, well, no, I don't take that back. Jasmine do, but at the same time, people have a right to have as many flings and fuck around with a whole bunch of people if that's what they want to do. I wouldn't necessarily do that. I would tell people to protect themselves, but condoms on 100%. I would just be careful. I would be careful. NBC, be careful. Okay.
And she was like, yeah, it'd be on the car mount. And she's like, you have a portable charger? I was like, I don't have one. I didn't bring mine. I said the same thing. I feel like it take a long time for our phone to charge because I mean it's sitting in the window. So I really have my phone and it'd be overheating. So I have it like right by the AC, and I will try to keep my phone cool.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you an alternative for also a way for your phone to charge as well, and you may not know this. You can actually buy. You can get this at a store where they sell tools at. You can get like a plug that it's not even plugged in nowhere. All you have to do is charge the battery. It's one of those, and they'll have like a plug. If you have options where where you can put like the regular iPhone plug or the directly in without the plug part piece, or you can use the actual plug that you pull into the wall to charge your phone up. They have different things that you can do it, and your phone will not get hot like you think it will. It will be much better. You wouldn't have to go through that, putting it on a mount, because those mounts do heat up. And they kind of tell you that. But there's other alternatives to do that. For you and your teammate. Just a suggestion. See, I gave you some advice.
Chicago, 60 degrees. I know it feels good in there. Houston, Texas in the house. That's what I'm talking about. It's 74 degrees here in Hartford, Connecticut. Ooh, yeah, it's already probably close to 90 degrees right now.
But it was chilly today, boy. When I left that nail salon, baby, it was chilly. It was chilly, willy, boo. All right, y'all, let's go.
I do. So Hannah had was it Hannah? It was Hannah. Phil. They was telling me about that because I was like, my car is just hot, bro. Like I'd be hot, and she was like, they were telling me like you probably just need a recharge.
Let me read your comments. It's just young ladies not talking about shiggity. Okay. What I say? What did I say, Oceans? I don't see the screens. The screens in the next 5 years. Okay. Donations, donations. I mean, oh my God, yes, girl, donation. Yeah, ooh, girl. If I could click this camera, I can't, because I promised my husband. If I get up against that wall, I don't feel like I could go in. I could go up against this wall, but I don't feel like it. Mm. Yeah, I'm gonna get off this phone because my body do hurt. I need to. I was just trying to make sure my husband's clothes was dry, his work clothes, because I'm trying to be a good wife. But shit, I gotta go take my ass to sleep. Part of me being a good wife is me taking and closing my damn eyes and getting up for my kid. How about that? And being a good mother. But I can only sit up here for so long. But I do appreciate each and every one of you. I hopefully y'all understand. So the walkaways, before anybody bring their ass up here talking crazy, the walkaways, or I think that on both ends of the child support, whether you are a female or male, child support should be really looked at now, and there should be some decisions and made on the child support, and it should be a situation where maybe both parties can agree on something. They can meet each other halfway. Maybe they can discuss on how to do it a little bit better. I think that how some in some states, how it's not done in the best of the ways. Secondly, Dr. A, you giving Jasmine a good read. Am I? I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to express myself in the best way that I know how, or I can, to her. Um, that's the walk away with the child support thing. So I did have to walk that back, obviously, because of I said the inappropriate word. I said something that I shouldn't have said, and I was just kind of bumbling off at the lips, and I had to walk that back. Sometimes in life we have to. That makes sense to me when people can correct themselves. Thank you. Now, the second walk away would be that Please stop using black as a weapon. Um, Being black is not a weapon. I love being black. It is beautiful. It comes in all different types of shades, sizes, and complexions. Well, I just said sh- colors. Okay, complexions, if you will. So and is black is beautiful. It's nothing wrong with that. I celebrate being black. Even if whatever color I was, I will celebrate that, right? Because that's me. Um, Now, um, I don't like the whole weaponry. Yes, and it's just in all cultures. It's just unfortunately in everybody's culture, whether you white, black, green, purple, orange, you're gonna have a lazy bitch that's in that culture, and it's gonna make it feel like God, we as a society, we have to do better, in not bankrupting people around us. This is an intervention. And we're basically having an intervention on Jasmine always begging. It's not just her. We don't give a fuck about Olivia over here. Fuck her, fuck her. I do care. I know this is gonna sound bad. I do care about Jasmine a little bit more than I do Olivia. I do, y'all. I know it doesn't seem like it. I know y'all will say, Dr. A, you talk about Jasmine a lot. You Just how you talk about. I don't want to talk about the serpent of hell like Olivia, the omen. I want to talk about her. I don't want to talk about the succubus. No. So I just, so I think it's just, Jasmine is a little sister to us, a little niece, or somebody's granddaughter, possibly. Some of us in here are old enough to be her grandmother. Some of us, like me, are old enough to be her mom. She's even probably old enough if she'd be a younger sister to me. And I just feel like, how I feel. It's just my opinion. Some of it is just and for giggles. Some of it is real of what I'm expressing today. And I just feel like, as a walkaway, that Jasmine, you need to find a financial advisor or a manager, somebody that can help you with your money. And then also figure out and ask yourself, why do you live beyond your means that you can't afford some of the simplest things? I thought the whole purpose was for you to move and for you to get a place that was affordable for you and your children. Totally understandable. The third walk away is, please stop bankrupting your audience. Um, I understand that we all need a hand up, but you're constantly asking for handouts. There's things that you can ask for, such as, I don't know, a job application. Number one. Number two, you can always ask for alternatives to you getting more money, different ways that you can earn more money so you don't have to ask for people. Do you understand something that my mother taught me? And this is what I want to share with you all, because I know sometimes y'all don't like me to share things, but fuck that, I am. It's my channel. I'm way more confident. I had to take a break. I'm confident about what I'm doing over here. So, with that said, Jasmine, my mother used to always tell me that, yes, you should, it's nothing wrong with you being in a marriage or relationship where your mate can take care of you, or can financially take care of you, and you do your part as a woman. That's how I was taught. However, you still have to have your own bank account. You have to have your certain things that you should have as a woman, and you should not have to constantly beg people to do this or that for you. Um, because if something happens, you want to be putting yourself in a situation. Things can happen. Things will happen, and if that happens one time, man, we will take you in. That is beautiful. If you go into a situation where a man basically leaves you and he's the sole breadwinner, that stuff can happen at any point in time, and that is totally understandable. But Jasmine was never in a situation where a man was just taking care of her every which way. Let's just cut the shit. Okay. However, you want to put yourself in the best place where you always saving some money, $20, $30, $50, $5 here and there. Living from check to check is for the birds. I know these times are really hard, but what you have to do is figure something out. Once she had to downsize and move into this next place, it would have behooved her to go ahead and say, you know what? I don't want to keep asking people for stuff. I'm tired of begging people because I'm tired of getting clowned on here. If people are going to want to give you money, people are going to naturally want to give you money anyway, Jasmine, because if people like you or appreciate your content or whatever the fuck you doing over there on that My Jazzy Life channel, people are going to give you money just because, you know what I mean. It's not always about you asking. The most I get the most money when I fucking don't ask. That's just what I've noticed. Like my birthday came up, my daddy was like, "Bow." I was like, "Damn," you know what I mean. Thank you. That's just birthday, okay. And so what happens is people want to support and see what you're doing. People enjoy to see progression. And you will get so much more money if you're progressing. Now, is she progressing with this uh Dash and DoorDash? No. Not really, because she's having way more car problems. Now she's talking about she don't, the bitch. Excuse me, the young lady cannot drive. Number one, the bitch is running up all on. Sorry, I wasn't gonna call her that. The young lady is running all up on curbs. She's getting tires, getting slashed, and having to do the thing with the tires and this and that. So obviously, she's having way more car problems because she's driving all over the country, in cities, just to get like $150, as opposed to doing things that she could do from home, which would save her money, or going to get a part time job and driving there and driving the fuck back. That's what normally happens, right? So it's just certain things that she has to be mindful as a single mom, and saving money, not buying everything. Another key point, live beyond your means, hence not buying shit off of TikTok that is, you know, that little $5, $20, $30 can go on some damn bills. You don't need none of that shit off of there. You're losing weight. When you're losing weight, Jasmine, I would not be buying a whole bunch of clothes. All you need is right now, once you get your little check, once your taxes come, go get you 5 outfits to wear that are professional, not no Daisy Dukes, hoochie coochie coach cutters. That's not what you need to get. You need to get some business suits. Get some nice little business suits with a nice little business shirt. I don't give a flying freak if it's at Shein. Go get that and go get you some dress shoes. Go, and your hair looks a lot better. So I'm gonna say at least your hair, at least it doesn't look like a bird nest. So I'm not gonna say anything about your hair because it's definitely an improvement. But if you could do your own big ass head, then you could do your daughter's, okay? But just put less hair in their hair, okay? All right. From there, what's the other takeaway? Take responsibility for being a fucking idiot. How about that? How about doing that? How about not always saying that you was charged this and charged that? How about stop lying? How about that's another takeaway? Stop lying. Stop scamming people. How about that? How about always coming up here begging and acting like you don't have it when you probably have it? How you doing, Ebony? Okay. How about doing that? How about understanding where you are, and understanding the position that the whole entire world is in? It's not just this country of the United States of America, but it's also all around the world that people are going through something. There's like a gazillion wars. It's not just a normal war that's going on that they say is going on. It's always usually 3 to 4 wars that's happening at one point in time. The one is undercover and one is going on in America. It's just a secret war. But if you really understand where you're looking at, you will understand that nobody got time to be playing around with your punk pussy ass. Okay, I'm sorry, I said it wasn't a cuss. Nobody got time to be playing around with you, ma'am. Okay, people need as much as they can possibly get. Most people are looking for stuff for themselves. This people need to be selfish when it comes to you. That's what needs to happen, okay? Because what's going on right now, there's so many things. People deserve so many things. People deserve to be pretty. People deserve to be happy. I'm not saying you should be, once you get your ends up, then you can go and be pretty. You can look decent, right? What you do now, you do look halfway decent despite your tatas out right now, okay? um but there are definitely things that people need to do to make themselves happy. I say go for it. However, we still in a day and time where we need to be stockpiling water. We need to be stockpiling food. We need to be making sure that we have certain things like medical kits. You know what I mean? Uh, we need to make sure that we have job security, have benefits insurance, health insurance here. There, we need to make sure that our children, is going to all their doctors and stuff appointments. Make sure our children have clothes to have. If the electricity goes out or water, anything like that, we have to be prepared for certain things that could arise. I'm just saying, and we need to make sure we watch and listen to the channels, and we need to look at the skies and look at these moons and look at all this stuff, and we need to prepare ourselves spiritually because we are spiritual warfare. And we need to make sure we have our herbs in our cabinets, because not all the time you're not going to be able to. You might get to the point where you can't go to the damn pharmacy. I'm just telling you. So we have to be prepared for shit that might pop off. You might need to arm yourself before you harm yourself. So whatever that means to you. It's different damn things that we need to be worried about beside the likes of giving Jasmine all of our hard earned dollars there. But if you motherfuckers want to keep contributing and giving this whole money, then I don't, what am I supposed to say? But this is my channel, so I'm just speaking based off what she's putting out here for us to talk about, and I'm just responding. The fuck, as I do my talking ish. This is what I do on this motherfucker. Is come up here and talk ish. Let me go. At any rate, those are the only takeaways that I have that I can think of. Hopefully, you all will type down and tell me what your takeaways. Don't come for me on the child support stuff. I did walk that back, so get your ass the fuck out of here with that bullshit, because I didn't walk that back because I had to correct myself. That's what grown people do. They'll correct themselves when they realize they're the error. I don't need nobody correcting me all the fucking time on here. I'm not, no, I've already corrected myself. And if I'm asking for correction, then I will ask for correction, because some shit, the fuck. The point is, I know what the fuck I said. I walked it back. Whatever I had to walk back, I'll walk it back. I did. Don't come for me. The fuck. Anyway, I do appreciate each and every one of you all for coming up here and expressing yourselves. And how you doing, Ebony? Once again, thank you so much for coming in. Um, Again, I do appreciate each and every one of you all for taking time out and allowing me to express myself, allowing me to give you my weirdisms. Because I'm a zany, I have a unique personality, and I appreciate you all for accepting me for the personality and coming up here and listening to me. Um, Again, my commentary is not for everybody, and I'm okay with that. I We are growing over here, and it's going to be what it is. I appreciate you all for hanging in. Um, Thank you. Have a nice night. That's all I have to say. Let me drop my music, my little beat. That passion was so passionate enough to write me a song, a do diddly for you all. One is this it. Oh, that wasn't it. My bad. I clicked it on the wrong damn thing. My bad, y'all. I'm straight clicking on the wrong damn thing. I clicked it in here. Hold on, y'all. I apologize. That was so annoying. I'm so sorry. Okay, here we go. Green thing, know what you deserve. Don't chase a headline, chase a check.